Peace, 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 peace. Propel 718, peace. On my hip-hop shit today, you know what I mean? Buck, what up, Buck? Dion, bro, what's up? I want to talk get some more people in here. It's 3 o'clock. We're gonna talk that talk today, you know what I mean? Keenetti, what up, bro? TJ Will Styles. I'm gonna get some more people in here when I start talking my shit. So today's topic does hip-hop need that's what you need more balance now. All right, let's start talking about shit. I got some people coming in. They're gonna come in a little while. I'm gonna take people periodically. Smoke, what up, bro? Always love Smoke. DJ CJ, what's up? I'm gonna take people in periodically throughout the show. Yeah, we gotta let it breathe. So I had posted what's the name from Paul Righteous Teachers, and I guess that was an old because they was having a mean powwow, and that was an old meeting, and he was talking about how the music in hip hop has changed, how the music is the music with content, music with positive content. It's like they don't want to hear it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that would be a wonderful topic to talk about. Do you think hip hop needs more balance? Just because, we got a lot of young kids out here dying because of rap lyrics that turn into big beef. Look at Dolph's situation. We lost a lot of guys because of rap. Like, Biggie wouldn't have died. Biggie and Pac wouldn't have died. Well, they probably, they died of natural causes, but they wasn't going to die because of no damn hip-hop. They shouldn't have died for no hip-hop. I mean, let's keep it 100. They shouldn't have died because of no motherfucking hip-hop. You know what I mean? And as being an artist and being a DJ for so long, you get to see that we are role models in some sense, that we are role models. Honestly speaking, real hands-on. First of all, everybody share the live. Let them know we on here. Share the live so we can get more people in here to, See, you know, when I start talking about true shit, niggas don't want to log on. But if I play some music, I get a whole bunch of people that want to log on. That shit just, I don't know. I'm trying to push a narrative and help a narrative rebound from something, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got records, you got people like Ross. Let's take Ross, for instance. Ross make good music. Ross been making good music for a long time. But it's like, even his music get pushed over the cliff. You know what I'm saying? And as big a star as Ross is, it get pushed over. And even with Drake, you know, Drake stays, you know, now if you listen to Drake's past 4 albums, it ain't like the beginning was. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that positive word don't get spoken. And as in the video, shout out to Miss Jones, she's in the building. Let me bring Miss Jones in here. Frank, okay, hold it, Frank. Let me get Miss Jones in here.
Jay! Yo.
Frank, what's up, my brother?
Let me tell you something. How you doing, first of all?
I'm all right.
Funny thing about your live is, right? These kids nowadays, all they listening to right now is drill music.
No. Not just drill.
Let me finish.
Not
now.
just drill.
Let me finish. No, not just drill. Not just drill music. They're listening to drill music. You got drill music. You got drill music. You got popping music.
Knucklehead music.
Pill popping music.
Pill pop music, yes.
That's what it is. Because at the end of the day, and I have nothing against the South. I have nothing against the Midwest. But if it's not South music, or if it's not that Midwest music, it drains North, it drains New York music all the way out.
Well, it's not even just I'm not saying just about the New York music, right?
Right.
Let's take Lupe Fiasco. Let's take Currency. Currency was a street rapper first. He didn't get his just due until he turned a backpack nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
same thing with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne wasn't spitting. Lil Wayne wasn't spitting like that when he was early Cash Money.
No, the thing about it, Lil Wayne was the goddamn, how you say, the ace in the hole. Nobody knew who the little guy was. He was the little guy in the back.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
So the little guy in the back became the rose of the whole motherfucking situation.
Indeed. And that's what I was saying. That those artists didn't get as much play hip as writing wise. The South loved Wayne, Midwest loved Wayne. Lupe Fiasco, he had his Chicago following, just like Kanye, just like
shit. Loom. Let me tell you something. Loom was a hell of a rapper.
Yes, Loom was a hell of a rapper. Mace was a good rapper. Cam, all of them, listen, they all started spit. You know, New York, the New York thing was we had to be spitters. That was part of our, that was our thing. We had to spit. But yeah. Chicago niggas was spitting too.
But see, they had a different type of rap. Their joint was like, I heard a joint commented, and he talks about the Four Corner Hustlers. Four Corner Hustlers, if you're from Chicago, you know a Four Corner Hustler was a game.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so I'm not mad if you talk about what your culture is, and what you experience in your culture.
You're gonna rap to whatever your culture is.
I'm not mad at that. I want you to speak. I want you to speak upon what you grew up on. And I'll never take that away. But after a while, it does. Everybody can't live the same
listen, let me tell you something. They robbed us of that shit, right, so bad, whereas I call this shit suicide music, straight up, because I hear like, what the fuck is that?
But that was the labels. Just
With.
like if you listen to the my brother from Paul Regis Teachers, the way he said it, it was what he was saying was real. Like he said in '67, when you think about Martin Luther King was ruling in '67. Then the early '70s, when they found out who was rebelling, it was the younger people. It was more the younger guys with the Black Panthers. It was the more younger guys. So in the '70s, what was the plan to get the black exploitation films? That was to bring the morale down with us. And like you said, Shoot the 92, the hottest record that came out was Fight the Power. On the radio, hottest record was Fight the Power, 92. The movie Do the Right Thing, hottest movie on the thing.
Well,
so when Rodney King happened, when that song was out, like you said, huh?
Fuck the police.
But what did the people do? They rebelled. They burned down shit. We went crazy.
And this is why, today's hip hop. I'm not being funny. Today's hip hop is so messed up with a lot of shit because if you go back to Fight the Power, they came out to fight the power with the people.
Exactly.
Nobody
we gotta fight the power
or like that.
But now, unfortunately, and a lot of the music we listen to is good, but all I'm saying is we need balance. I'm not mad at, because back in the days, let's keep it 1,000. Nice and Smooth was party rappers.
Nigga, I can still listen to that record.
Yeah, but they was party rappers. You had niggas like Kane, you had G-Rap, you had X-Clan. PE was in their own lane. Don't believe the hype. Public Enemy was way ahead of their time.
That was the rap you're talking about is culture rap.
No, that's conscious. To us, what they said is conscious rap, but it taught you a lesson.
Right, it did.
And that's why I was saying that before the radio and the labels alone, they abolished that sound of music.
You remember, right, when you had no problem just sitting back and listening to nothing but good rap.
Yes.
12 o'clock.
Yes. Red Alert.
Yeah, awesome too.
Yeah, we had the radio. We had no choice.
Right. I was sitting there last night and I just turned to BET. I didn't even watch the whole Soul Train but I turned to the end with DJ. What's his name? DJ
Cassidy.
Man, he went back. He brought every.
Yeah, of course. But let's take how many people are going to appreciate it.
I did.
No. I'm just saying.
No, don't get it wrong. You still have people in our age and people that's young adults growing up who respects our music.
No, they do, but they will quick to turn the blind eye when it's talking about pushing the narrative to get to have it more out there. Instead of just having it playing like, okay, that was hot. And then, all right, push it to the side. I want to hear this right now.
It's not our era no more, bro. It's a different wave, bro.
And I get it. And I get it.
But I love R&B shit. You probably ride with in my car. Like,
I love R&B too. But what I did love is when Little Baby made that record, and and he was marching in the record. That's what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? The balance of that. Like, we know the music, Little Baby. Exactly, Ms. V. Exactly.
They paying homage, but you have those that respect homage.
But no, but what I was saying is when Little Baby made that record during the times of the marching, the black
Which one? George Floyd?
Black Lives Matter, during the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, George Floyd.
He made that record,
yeah.
But he also made another record, with Kirk Franklin. So as an artist, I'm looking at him. I looked at him totally different because as him being the nigga inside this from the street, he made records. Exactly. He just didn't stay with the He bought different. He bought the same bounce, but he brought it to more light. He brought it to more light. And I don't see none of the other guys doing that. I know, my son do it. I see more guys from New York trying to do it. But I think that the only way the narrative is going to be pushed for more people to understand and listen to it is the balance got to be created. And with the young guys, it's nothing wrong with having 2 or 3 records like that on your album.
Right.
Shout out to my brother Bink.
Bout Bink.
Running a Bink, to do the beats. One of my man, one of the greatest producers out here. My nigga Bink.
But I'll tell you like this, man. And I just wish more DJs like your era DJs,
Craig. They have no power.
Huh?
They have no power.
How can you have power
The two strongest guys on New York radio is Fun Master Flex and DJ Clue, who has the most power to do what the fuck they want to do and play records.
Yeah, Clue, he got power? Since
yes.
When? I would say Self got more power than Clue.
No, he doesn't.
That's
Clue has. I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm telling you this.
I'm willing to bet you $1 to your $1 to my $1,000 that Self has more fucking power than Clue.
Bro, I'm telling you something for a fact.
Why? What makes you?
One of the first DJs on Power was Clue.
Or who?
The first DJ hired the Power 105 was Clue.
That's all well and good.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. He's been at that time slot longer than anybody on that station. Same thing as Flex.
On what, 5 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock ride?
Because I remember, listen, I was supposed to have been signed to, it's me and Clue. We were supposed to have been on Power. Me and Clue were supposed to have been on Power. I was going to do 5 to 6 against Enough, and Clue had 6 against Flex. That was when Power first did it.
Okay.
My man from Detroit had got but when Star and them did that shit and he went at Envy, Homeboy got fired, and when he got fired, everybody that was under him got released because of the Star shit, except for Clue. Clue stayed. The way Clue contract was set up, it was too crazy. So like I said, the 2 guys who got the most power is Flex and Clue. Now, you got to look at it from one DJ. 2 DJs can't control what other DJs do. Other DJs got their own mixtape. I mean, other DJs got their own way they want to play their records. You feel what I'm saying? So Flex was playing unsigned artists. He would play Flex had a thing with. And this real talk, what me and Flex went through back in the days. Flex played my son without me even have to ask the nigga, man.
Yeah. When Lil S went up there, he went up.
No, listen. Before then, he played my son record. I didn't ask Flex. He did that he started playing a bunch. He heard my son was making them. He had the Let's Talk Money record in the street. And it was rocking, and people was telling him. And he went with his gut, and he played records. And that's how he's always been towards the young artists in New York. Now, when me and Flex talked about it, he said, look, I'm one DJ. I can spin your record for 2 weeks, but then you got to get the other guys up. You got to get the other guys to do the same thing. That's how you make this shit rock. And the other guys,
these niggas, they don't follow suit. Nobody.
You know why they don't follow suit? Because DJ thing is a competition. Niggas don't want if another DJ to get past him. If you work so hard, you don't want to let another DJ. So if a DJ got a record, he'll play your record they'll play your record one time. Maybe once or twice. DJ Will, another nigga who played records of unsigned artists. Camilo, he does it as well. You know what I'm saying? But it got to take a collective thing. Now, what radio has done, and New York is the only place that really has mixed show. The other radio stations outside the market, outside New York, they started abolishing mixed show radio.
Yo, somebody just said, and I listen, brother, whoever you are, Chicago music about the drill. Yes, it is. That's y'all music. Y'all can have that shit. We don't want it. It's good music, but to me, drill music is basically like after you kill a nigga, you tell him you did.
Well, no, Chicago's drill is different sound. Chicago's drill is a different sound than the drill that New York is doing. The drill that New York is doing is from London, bro. That's the London sound. When they make the bass, when they change in the wave of the bass, that is London sound. Chicago's drill was just a simple.
But you remember 3 years ago, was it 3? How long Crump been there? When I asked you, I said, yo, I need you to find a beat for my artist before.
Yes.
But nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. Nobody knew that. Only certain people knew that.
True. But no, people don't. A lot of people outside the people that's really into the music, they knew. That's I got Bink on here. That's supposed to see Bink can tell you more. Bink, I need you on here, Bink. Come on, Bink. The drill music has no sonic difference from trap music. It's the same thing. It only makes the drill talking about killing niggas on record. You're right. Wow. You're right. And that's where that my topic comes in at. It needs more. We need more balance. We need more balance.
Niggas need more help.
We need more balance with the mute.
They're not. Listen, this is what's happening, man. And you know this. They're gonna sell what people want to hear. The people, how you say, the white corporation, and I'm not racist. The white corporation in the music industry, if anybody knows, the first place that gets it is the strip club down here, right?
Yes.
Once the strip club, if the strip club loves it, that means the people gonna love it. So once they get a flow in the strip club, motherfucker, people up in the AR be like, oh, they playing this shit heavy. This isn't heavy rotation. We need to see what's happening. They take it up to the big wig. Yo, listen to this. You know, they might throw that shit on the corner like, yeah, okay, throw that shit to the side. We'll listen to it 5 years from now. But
hold on. Please do not, if you got my number, do not call my phone while I'm on live, man. Like, please, that's the stupidest shit in the world. Why would you do that? I'm on live. You know I'm on live. Don't call my phone while I'm on live. They're like, God, y'all see me on here.
You know, some records, no exaggeration, some music that they got on now don't even deserve to be on there. Don't have.
Nah, you're absolutely right. That's what I was saying. The balance, you know, all right, we know Jay album. When Jay made the 444 album, you know that shit went over niggas' heads.
When he dropped that shit on Drake shit, it went over people's heads. People just keep saying his favorite line he got on there. Whatever the shit is,
Well, hold on. The record that's on Drake's new album now with Ross, Drake, and Lil Wayne. My nigga Bink did the beat. That's one of the hottest records on that nigga album. If not the hottest record on his album.
But see, when Jay speaks, anybody, if they say Jay-Z get ready to drop a record, nigga gonna be standing when he dropping. I'm going to stand in front of the store right now. They just want to have a Jay-Z song. If you really gotta sit down for about a day, or do like I do, get in the car.
Nah, let me tell you how strong this motherfucker. Let me tell you how strong this industry shit is. How I say the blackball game is so strong.
Look at your man.
Hold on. Hove, listen, Hove for that 444 album, the nigga
stopped everybody from coming out.
No, he bought ads he bought ads all over the country. So where they play, he got radio. I swear to God, I had just got to New Orleans for Essence.
Right.
And I was sitting there in the Uber.
Right.
And they played this nigga album for an hour.
I'm trying to get
an hour of commercials was no commercials. It's an hour free of Jay-Z's album. I've never heard nobody else lock radio down like that. And that happened in New York. That happened in Virginia. That happened.
There's one person. Not that, but there's one person, and I believe, and I truly believe. I listened to him. He came out with something the other day. He's so much of a ghost in niggas. When he pop out and let him know, nigga, I'm still around. I just sent him a message. I want him to come on. Because this is his type of conversation. Means the Glow Father.
Omino.
He is, if they let that boy back in, if he gets back in, I promise you this. He's gonna motherfucking come.
No, Mino can run his ass off and make records. That's what I always loved about him. We all know he can do that.
But he will balance his piece will balance a lot of shit.
There's one thing I've always told Dame Grease, and I told Mino this, and I told every nigga that. They never want to put a Harlem nigga in a power.
But you see, that's where the blackball come in at.
The last time they put a Harlem nigga in power, my nigga, his name was Mason Bector.
He lost his mind.
No, he didn't lose his mind. He sat back and got attacked. Jay attacked Mace for no reason, bro. You know why? Because Jay's bitches was talking about Mace. That's why. You know how that street, you know how the hustler shit is. When niggas bitches start talking about you, oh, and I gotta end that shit, nigga. I gotta really, let me start closing the door with this. Let's get this in and close the door on him real quick. He had no legitimate beef. I know this. I was there. He had no legitimate beef.
Yes, he did. You know what?
He had no legitimate beef.
No, you know what his beef was? This nigga get ready to take over the motherfucking industry.
Yes, he know exactly. Again, Harlem. They never wanted us to. They never gave us jobs. They never gave us jobs in the game. They didn't want niggas to be A&Rs. They never did that for Harlem. You know why? Because we were the more flashier borough. We danced. We had fun. Every time we did something, Harlem was known as the dancing borough. We were the one that did all the dances. Now Brooklyn want to dance. Everybody want to dance now. Everybody have their own dances.
You can't say Harlem was just dancing because you had the Bronx. What are you talking?
Well, the Bronx was a very big part. Very big part. I just say uptown. I always say, I don't like to say Bronx Harlem. I like to say uptown because at one time we was all connected.
Uptown, no, it's not, because uptown is considered. We consider uptown Boston Road, Co-op City. They consider, and you know what they consider downtown? They consider downtown
96th Street,
Yankee Stadium area, 165th Street, my area.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they consider downtown. Niggas say, yo, I'm going down. Going to the Bronx. I'm going downtown. I'm going to Burnside.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
I said,
the Bronx had a different type of style. But you can't just say just can't say now. The Bronx had a lot of motherfuckers balancing people. You had your man Cool Herc.
Hey, my nigga, remember that? Hey. Remember when it came to that Bronx shit, nigga? Nigga, Party Artie. Let's not talk about Party Artie. Let's talk about all the niggas from over there. I was playing their music on. Me and Kip Capri was playing their music on mixtapes back then.
Yeah, you know, and that's
DITC. You know, DITC. I bought
everybody called him. What they call him? Diamond D. Nigga, your name is Dave. That's my man. Like
Law Finesse. I remember Law Finesse. Law Finesse was at a Hard Pack. You remember Hard Pack? Rock and Will. He was at Rock and Will, and I bought Big L over there. And then he came over there, and they wound up having a little battle, Law Finesse and Big L. And they both had the same style of rap.
Brother, all I can say, it takes an army to try to get out.
But it's gonna take
independency.
It's gonna take and let me tell you something. Another part of that. Another part of that, which is big. We had gatekeepers. We had for the lifestyle game. We had guys like Puff. We had guys that changed the narrative of that type of music. When we made that, Jay had balance. Jay had Street Niggas. Jay had Conscious Records. Jay had Fool Around Records. You know what I'm saying? Balance. Same thing with Biggie. Biggie had Storytelling Records. He had Street Storytelling Records. He had Chick Records. He had balance. Tupac gave you what? What did Tupac give you? Tupac gave you records.
Everything about the world.
He gave you records about, exactly. So at least when we was listening to these, our favorites, they all gave you, Slick Rick, he gave you story records. DMX, he gave you Heart and Pain records. Ja Rule gave you chick records. He gave you duet chick records. He gave you those. That time, those artists was giving you that type of music. And I ain't gonna lie, Def Jam was a very big. That artist development shit was very big back then. To have artists, like Foxy, even Foxy and Kim gave you albums with balance. They get even the female artists, Latifah, Light, Antoinette.
Oh yeah, the Poor Righteous Teachers, yeah.
So, Poor Righteous Teachers, Trends of Culture. Like you want on and on. Like Das Effect even gave you a balance of music.
Man, listen.
That's what I'm talking about, balance of music. I don't want these young niggas to be afraid. Like all you gotta do is incriminate yourself in your music. You don't have to do that. I understand you gotta speak your life, but there's other things that go on, man.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah. Like niggas don't talk about young domestic violence. Niggas don't know nothing about domestic violence 21 and under. They always want to focus on the older domestic violence, something like 30 and up. Man, do you know that domestic violence is wild out here for 21 and under, man?
Nigga, this shit.
You got niggas that don't know. You got these young niggas that don't know how to take rejection.
Nah, they don't know how to communicate.
They don't know how to take rejection. And if a girl say, I don't want to deal with you no more, sometimes the girl don't even know how to say it, but a nigga take this shit wrong, and he might try to kill a girl, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, if there's no fathers around, niggas had things called music. Music soothes, how they said back in the days, music soothes the savage beast. That's what they used to say. That's what they used to say back in the day.
It really does. It really does. People don't understand. Music really calms a person.
Glow Farmer's here. You here?
My man is here. Please, can you get on? My man, I sent for you. My man, like you said, remember, who's your man? My man. I need you to come on for a minute. We got a hell of a topic, and you're a big part of it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with a lot of the music, bro. Niggas don't wanna go. They want to keep their pen on page 2 instead of just like, let me go to page 47 with it.
Nah, see, no. I had a hell of a conversation with somebody yesterday, and he said, "Yo, we have to stop thinking." And this is for every human being that gets money. You have to stop thinking like you got $10,000.
Yeah.
You have to stop thinking like that because you're going to stay stuck in that zone. You understand? You stay stuck in that $10,000 zone, and you're worth more than anything. Worth more than that. You're worth billions if you put your mind.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
He came on.
He didn't send me a request. He got to send me a request. Hold on, hold on. I just invited him. Shout out to my brother B-Man. B-Man, those videos is sick, B-Man. I fuck with them videos.
Yo, give me 1 second. I'm coming, bros.
Okay.
Shout out to my nigga Ron Browse is here.
And my man, Mr. Results in the building. Hood Therapy coming to you soon. Smoke Champs.
Oh, Smoke Champs. Okay.
And Smoke Champs. We got Smoke Champs, Hood Therapy. Drink Champs.
Yeah, I gotta talk to know.
Shout out to Mike Booth. Shout out to Deuce. Shout out to the whole MP.
I know Rock called you the other night. He told you
Yeah, they called me live from inside the joint.
Oh, nigga, come on, man. You know what I do, my nigga.
Yes, sir. What's up, Jones?
I keep the name alive because you that nigga.
You know, I try to keep this thing going. What's up with y'all good fellas today? What we
Ladies and
talking
gentlemen,
about?
my brother right here, Mino, from the vacant lot fame from Harlem.
Yeah, just the thing.
So I was saying that we need balance. I was saying that hip hop needs this balance. He said that you're the perfect thing to talk to. You're an artist, so you know.
Yeah.
He started talking about. Hold up, brother. He started talking about blackball. I said, shit. If you want to talk blackball, that's the person you need to really get into it. Because at the end of the day, like I told him, like real talk, I said, yo, you know, I had to really listen to something to really say, yo, they got this nigga blocked all the way out, and he's gas.
At that time, he was young. Grease and them was young. They had the power in the game. But remember, Mino? You and Grease and Grease and Rock got mad at me and Top Boogie. Remember?
I'm listening.
You remember how when we was like, yo, my nigga, leave that shit alone.
But here's the thing. Even with that whole thing, right? More of the blackballing was a part of it, of course. But the two things that kind of really went wrong with the situation was really the way our situation was set up with the label, and that my actual people didn't support the move I made. You know, the town, because that was more the key than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's really only rap. It was really only rap.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you from my eyes, from where I seen it. When I seen it. So when Grease got the deal, Rock went and bought the gold bins.
No.
Let me finish.
No, you can't tell me my story though.
No, I'm not telling your story.
But no, I'm just telling you from the outside looking in.
No,
right? And then I can tell you what actually happened. But see, perception is different from reality, and that's the problem.
No, you're right. But perception is a big reason why. I'm just trying to tell you, perception was a big reason why you saying that no one supported your movement. I was only telling you why. Mm-hmm. You had the bins with the Coogee top. First ever. No one ever did that in Harlem.
And the seats.
Let me finish. All right, the whole thing. Okay. Let me finish. So the fact of the matter, when I was saying that shit to you, like when I was saying this Grease, I said, yo, my nigga, leave that shit alone. Let that shit rap. Let that shit rap. Don't even fuck with them niggas. Don't even go that route. Only reason why I knew that route, my nigga, because I seen it when they picked on Mace.
Mm-hmm.
When Jay picked on Mace, he didn't pick on Mace because he had a beef with Mace. He picked on Mace because Jay bitches was talking about Mace.
Right.
Just like any hustler nigga in the street. You know how Brooklyn niggas sometimes get a little sensitive when the bitches start talking about a Harlem nigga. Oh, it's just like the president. What Trump did January 6th at the Capitol. They took that shit to that's how that shit was like. So
trust me.
So all I was saying, all me and Tom Boogie was saying, because we was in those camps. We was in the camps. And I'm sitting there and I'm knowing how niggas, even the building, even Biggs and Dave was telling them, yo, leave that shit alone. I'm right there in the office every day. And I'm looking at them niggas like, yo, chill, this shit ain't about nothing. But you know, homie was from, so he made what he did.
But see, here's the thing with that. Let me give you a little background on it. Like, first of all, a lot of people think I'm that nigga's the diss. Let's be clear. That song had nothing to do with Jay-Z. For anybody who's listening, watching, could record this. Jay-Z, I'm that nigga don't have nothing to do with Jay-Z.
Nah, it did. It did. It wasn't. I'm not nigga.
Let him finish.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
Let him finish because
where the politics of the thing came in was during the filming of Paid in Full. If we really want to get technical about what really happened, right?
I'm gonna tell you what it really was.
Right.
Listen. The beef was really Harlem. A Harlem group. A Harlem group had Puff come out. You had Puff come out and triple niggas on the block. That's
not the beef.
Listen. No. I'm just telling you for being in the building on how the reaction was. I'm telling you, y'all being another Harlem niggas, another Harlem nigga getting in the building that can shake up what niggas got going on.
Here's the thing. I know exactly what happened. Like, it was, right? They filming the movie, Paid in Full, right? Rest in peace to Miss Porter, Miss Velma Porter. At the same time, Miss Porter is in the lot 10 blocks down on 29th Street, dead popped. She's with us. The mother of both of these young men, right?
In the hood now.
In the hood. We up, vacant lot is going on. And let me explain this part first. What people may not understand about me, no. I had a deal before Grease had a deal. I was signed to Harlem World for Mike Penn. Before Vacant Lot got a deal.
Absolutely.
We knew that Mace was coming for me before he ever came. Grease told me I want you to do it when he do come. So this was part of our plan. I'm going to go here. I'm going to make this move with this album. We're going to make it hot. Then we're going to do the Vacant Lot Harlem World deal with whoever we was going to do it with. So this was all planned out, right? So with the thing of all the, we was on our high horse. We running Harlem at this time. Now I'm saying, now we have the mother of the person you're filming the film over here. She's dead broke. She's with us every day. So when the real diss is off of his beat. You know what I'm saying? Throw your guns up is the beef. This is before K Slate even turned into the Drama King. We made him the Drama King. He was the Street Sweeper. This is on Street Sweeper Volume 1. When Alpo was on it, Alpo comes on, the Calling, the biggest tape ever, when they didn't hear Poe voice in 14 years, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Alpo's calling in, K Slate chops that up, and then he puts my diss right after when Alpo say, I think I'm a smart nigga because I'm about to do it again. Right after that comes on Miss Velma Porter. You got a lot of hoes, that's cool with me. You got a lot of Gold, that's cool with me.
Remember that.
You got a lot of drops, a lot of jewelry, but none of that shit don't make you RP. This is Velma Porter, and I only have 2 sons. Come see me about that movie.
I remember that.
I want to be clear about what happened about the movie. My diss to Jay-Z, I never said he was a whack rapper. I said, throw your guns up. Niggas trying to jack our style. I'm telling Harlem, niggas is jacking our style. Y'all don't see it? He has the billboard up on 2/5 with the one leg up, like Rich. That's a Rich picture. So the vote was for Harlem. It was for Harlem. I'm just telling you our angle, my angle. Harlem. We in Rucker, it's Harlem. What the fuck is going on? They selling us out.
I got you.
And guess what? Harlem sold it to him, right? And then what he did? He said, now all y'all niggas go back to Harlem with nothing. I'm Rockefeller. But he pulled the Brooklyn move in my essence.
What I just said.
I'm just saying, you know. So
I know that story right there. I was told that. What you just told me, I was told that.
That's the whole story. That's the whole.
I'm gonna tell you, Big Head Gary. That's my boy. He went to Cardinal Hayes with me before anybody had anything. That's my guy. So
I know. Listen, I'm just saying. I know Gary was told. I know Gary since Tone Greer days back in Douglas, nigga. You know.
I had a couple of people also around. I had a girl or two that was messing with a guy or two in Rockefeller. So I was getting direct words. But now that was the big scene for me, though. Guess what? This shit rap. This shit is rap. Yeah. I'm not studying the black ball of it because I know I'm nice. I'm still nice to this day. So overall, as I look back, understanding politics, right? But I understand it. It's not. But the actual fact is, if that niggas would have been like, just 1 year later came Ether, then Cam dissed him, trying to say hit Jack everything. What I've been saying, but see, I put the dick in his armor. See, he responded 3 months later. I showed niggas. You can't hear me?
We couldn't hear you.
Oh, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah.
I showed niggas that his armor can be chinked. I showed niggas that they can go, even if I was the fall guy for it, whatever you want to say, man. It is what it is. But the thing is, he responded 3 months later, and he used when in his verse he'd be like, "Cause I'm that nigga." He know that ain't the diss. He know it's the real diss, cause the real diss is you're stealing our style. Has nothing to do with your rap skill sets. You know what I'm saying? So in politics and in this rap shit, it's definitely a lot of politics. But back to y'all topic, balance is definitely needed. You know what I'm saying? I believe. And but I really speak for the town, Harlem. I think we're in a bad position because we don't have actual vessels that can take these artists or snatch these artists up and guide them the way they need to be. Like, it's just say for Atlanta, for instance, a motherfucker could be anywhere. You could run into Tip. You could run into QC. You could run into Lil Baby. You could run into 19 people that may have an opportunity to help you blow.
Just to hear you.
But
besides, we ain't got nobody here that's gonna say, "Yo, my nigga."
Besides the 40 dope boys or 400 dope boys that might say, "I want to bank on them," nobody's banking our artists.
You're right.
It takes money. I don't care what nobody says. You have to have the money because these kids, they need to be set.
You keep going in and out. You can't get.
Hold on. I'm gonna call. Check the call. Let me clip me, S. I'm gonna call right back. I'm gonna hit y'all right back.
All right.
Clip it in me, S. So hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it.
You good. I hear you.
He gonna come back.
Man, he just gave you a whole book of facts, brother.
No, but you know so crazy. That's why as we said let him talk. I knew exactly all that he was saying. I knew all that already. I heard it. I just wanted to tell him. I want to say it to him before he got a chance to say it.
Yeah,
let him know I know what I'm talking about.
He states the fact, man, and he right. Like, you have a bunch of good rappers out there right now, and he right.
Hold on, that's him right there. Hold on. Nah, we do. You know what it is? We do. We have a great slew of rappers. Harlem, Harlem has a great slew of
Not
rappers.
just Harlem, but it's not just Harlem.
No, listen.
Hold up. Let me finish because it's not just, and I know what he's saying, because me and him have this thing when we discuss about rap, and he made me realize something. You don't have to have a New York rapper to be fire, because he got one hell of a rapper, nigga. How you say, "Mama, I made it," and I'm looking at the TV like he got a rapper in his. Somebody's listening, but you just gotta have that right person. Like you said, somebody gotta back you. Somebody backed him, because motherfucker, and without his backing, he'd have been still like this. Damn, what the fuck am I gonna do? Am I correct, brother?
Yeah.
Backing is everything, and that's what we lacking in the town.
That's what you're lacking.
I'm just saying, I gotta be real. You know what I'm saying?
As many niggas as I know in this fucking rap game, and niggas favors out of different niggas. The way New York is structured,
it's not even about favors no more, right? It's about how can I help you
now.
And I had to watch him because he asked me, and I'm like, man, fuck, I'm not putting my motherfucking money into that. Like real talk, like, and I don't even do this no more. I'm like, man, I'd rather put my money into to get some more money. I'm not getting no motherfucking money out this motherfucking rapper. This motherfucker might take 20 years. I ain't got 20 years. I know this much. I got a day to get 20 back.
Right. And see,
longevity.
And that's where everybody else's mentality is like.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because they got to understand it's an investment. It's not the streets. It's not a flip. So I want the money that you have time to invest in. Just like stocks and anything else, you got to let it grow. Just like any other business. If you start a fucking barbershop, you need the money to open it. You have to get the shit up and running.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't get that. Rap also needs its seed money. You have to have some seed money.
You gotta have
to get the thing going. You got to give me 100 so I can make that 300. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, go, now I want to be in that, you popping. It don't work like that. Any artist that you see,
unless you want to sell your soul. Unless you want to sell your soul.
They're putting a bunch of money behind them. They think these people are in front of us by magic. No, all of this is marketing dollars. Like when we was really back in the days, the lot, like Puff Daddy era, $1 million videos and all that shit. Big studio budgets, that's out the window. Nigga got a studio in his crib. Niggas can shoot the video and edit it himself.
Absolutely.
The money comes in keeping the person in front of your face.
iPhone.
Huh?
Right.
I seen
the money is
with an iPhone.
Yeah, nigga, you can shoot it with your iPhone. You can the camera you can shoot it with, nigga.
Right.
It's all
and that's where
it's all in the editing.
Yeah. And for me, you know, as one of the generals of Harlem still, that the young and up and coming, I touch with them all the time. They trust me. They speak to me about their ups, their downs, their middle. I understand. And I'll be looking like, damn, they just don't have nobody to sit them down. Like, to say, yo, I got you. Come on. You ain't got to do that. Come to the studio. If you hear all the stories like Lil Baby, you see what Thugger did? Thugger paid him to stay out the streets. Nigga, listen, I know you're something, but I be on it like that. I just don't have the financials. And when I reach out to the people who have the financials, they're mostly scared.
Yeah. I did it with the Harlem World album.
They mostly scared because again, they're used to money. Huh?
Then I come try to get y'all for Harlem World Order.
Yeah, it's different though. As you gotta understand.
Yeah. No, it's not different, nigga. It's the same thing. It
is different, nigga.
If I came with some bread,
let me show you something. Because bro, this is a 2 against 1 right now.
Bro,
this is a 2 against 1.
The nigga gave me money. I gave each nigga that I got on that album, I gave him $250. At that time,
understandable. See, that's 30 years ago. You gave a nigga $250.
My nigga,
Nigga, now, a nigga budget, if he is like in his case, if he can come to a nigga right now and say, yo, can I get 40?
Right.
But no,
Let
you're
me
not.
work.
No, as a young,
hold it. This is where nigga, I'm telling you the conversation. Like you said, this is our book. Let me read you a page.
My nigga, you're telling me something. I got a son that's in the game as well.
Exactly. So you should understand.
I do understand. You're telling me something that I don't get discuss this every day.
Nigga.
I discuss this every day. I'm more closer to the point than anybody.
Well, at the end of the day, I understand it now because I didn't understand it 2 years ago when he was telling me this shit. I had to really look at this shit like, and then I'm watching him because at the end of the day, he don't hustle. All he is, like you said, nigga, I get my money in the studio. A nigga be like, well, damn, what means do? Nigga, you want to find means? If he ain't outside smoking some weed or laughing, he in that motherfucking lab. That's it.
Here's the thing. Let me ask you this, S. We want to get really on this because I'm about the town. You know what I'm saying? First Harlem, then New York City. Why the fuck no fucking DJs play no Harlem nigga shit? Why is there no DJ taking a fucking record? You want to get into the shit? You a DJ. Why is it no fucking DJ from the town taking a fucking Harlem artist, whoever the fuck they pick, and say, yo, you with me, I'm gonna press this fucking button through the fucking wall. You know, out of town, if a nigga down with a DJ, they spinning that shit. They're pressing the button. We don't have the support. We don't have the support.
Now, one thing I can say, hold on, S. One thing I could definitely say, wherever that nigga S at, he gonna spin his son shit. I don't give a fuck a nigga don't like it.
I mean, because
I spin anybody. No, I spin anybody record. You know that.
No, what I'm saying is, let's just talk about DJs that's in power in the city, who are on the radio.
They don't have. I said there's only 2 niggas who got power. 2.
Huh?
There's only 2 guys who got the power to play a
and none of them have even taken the chance to say, yo, all right, come here, be my artist. Let's run this record. I
can tell you, Clue's not gonna play. Clue's not gonna do that because he doesn't do the artist thing like he did with Fab. That's not gonna happen no more.
Nobody supports us. This is what I'm saying.
I said that to Noodles. I said that to Noodles already. Nigga, my nigga, listen to me. You know me. I done came up with half of these DJ niggas. They be like, yo, ask you my nigga,
Right. We know the politics.
They'll play my son record 1 time. And that's only because I'm in their face.
Right.
So now, I have to tell niggas, I'm like, yo, my nigga, look, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with niggas. I keep it 1,000 with a lot of niggas in the street. I keep it 1,000 with a lot of DJ niggas in the street. And yo, my nigga, y'all niggas gotta stop acting like nigga can't touch y'all. I said because I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it 1,000 with them, my nigga. I said niggas wanna put hands on a lot of you niggas. I said this is rich niggas. This is how niggas making their bread. It's how you can help feed niggas. You can help niggas get on. I said be part of be a part of the contribution. Don't just be like, well, I don't need to play a nigga shit. Don't wait.
But here's the thing.
You don't know. You don't know them niggas in Atlanta. You don't know them niggas in Houston. You don't know niggas in Chicago. They can give a rat's ass about Harlem.
But this is what I'm saying, S. So, but with all the things that we know and understand, why we're not building our own community? And that's what I'm trying to do it from the inside out. Like, fuck who not fucking with us.
You're right.
We gotta fuck who fucking with us.
You're
right.
You know
what I'm saying? Because it's strength in numbers regardless. And I think that's where we get fucked up again in our town, because we be frustrated already, personally.
I'm gonna tell you. It goes back to how Y'all got on. It goes back to that now. It goes back to when D. Ferguson had Same Game. It goes back to that. The streets.
But see,
because I'm going to tell you, look, Capella Gray is from Yonkers. That's Sean Gray's son. If you know Sean Gray from Yonkers, that's from Mount Vernon, that's his son. A nigga that we done been in parties with and party with, that's his son. He got on without having the TikTok. He got on without having all that other bullshit the labels tell us. He got on from the shit that we do every day, which is called streets.
Right.
He got on. He was on before the DJs even touched it. But you know why I knew about the record? Because my son told me.
But here's the trick. He's been a writer though. He's written hooks for little. Just wait. You have to tell the real story. You have to tell it like it really. Yes. He writes. He's a writer. He wrote hooks for Little Diddy and all that Chris Brown has sung. So it's a glitch in the matrix because you gotta tell the people the real thing. Like you said, that's Sean Gray's son. He's also a writer, and then he had great music. So let's just stack it how it really is.
I'm not saying, but the fact of the matter, he did it without. He did it without the narrative that the label niggas be pushing to niggas when they try to go in and go get a deal. Niggas be telling us,
labels.
Yo, you need this on YouTube. You need TikTok fucking with you. He did
that's noise.
That.
Yeah, that's noise they selling. They selling.
But I'm gonna tell you that's what niggas got. That's the shit they tell niggas' minds. So everybody think it's the same shit, but he did it without that. So I use that. He did it because of the streets. Same thing. A Boogie. Same thing happened to A Boogie. A Boogie got popping when A Boogie and them did that motherfucking BB Kings. Remember that BB Kings shit when he was on?
I remember.
The first thing Harv Pierre said to me in the studio, yo, the A Boogie hot. He sold out BBQs. He sold out BB King. That's all they was on his dick for, because they said he sold out BB Kings. And to us, we looking like, you know how many times we looked at parties that we sold out BB Kings?
Right. You
know what I'm saying? But to them, they looked at, well, he had all the music. And at the time, that when they did it, that was the biggest scammer party in the game at the time. So,
but see, those are the things. Those are the things we understand, right?
The perception.
Those are the things
we understand the perception.
And
that's what it's all about.
Now we understand perception, right? So now, if it's I'm just speaking for the town when I be speaking most of the time. So if in general we got motherfucking 4 niggas, right, who got a little extra dollars that can help motherfucking build the perception, because that's part of the whip, right? We gotta put this thing together, right? And then we have to choose the person we're gonna back. That's another problem. See, people they don't understand order of protocol. It has to be somebody that we say is the guy. We're all gonna get behind this person to get us through. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, all of them niggas said, nah, hey Boogie, you the guy. We going behind you. The rest will fall through. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different factors that add up to the success. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's because they don't have the right leader. I feel I'm a great leader, not just an artist. I've been past artists. I'm Mino already. I'm not chasing artistry. I can't. My Mino career is there. I'm Glowfather now, and I understand from the artist side. When it's 90 people, that it has, because that was a problem also with the lot. People didn't understand, because I came back to the lot and they act like they thought or felt like I was new to the lot. Grease was my man. And I took the spot, not because I said it's mine, because I earned it. I wrote the music.
You know how to make that music.
You get what I'm saying, S? But it's understanding who's the person and who the leader is. We have to get more understanding about, okay, it's his turn. We have to get behind this and run with that.
But you know, it has that New York. I hate to say that shit, New York. That
But
mentality.
this is where we have to break the cycle. We have to start it small.
You're right.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We have to start it small. We have to start somewhere. We
God
have to
bless the
start showing
dead.
people that
God bless the
I
dead.
got your back
KK.
and you got my back.
Listen, KK said that shit years ago. God bless the dead. On 125th Street, right in front of KFC, when it was on 125th, right there, 8th Avenue.
Right.
He said Harlem is cursed. He said because everybody wants to be for themselves. He said Doug is supposed to put me on. I was with Doug all the time. Doug is supposed to put me on. I'm like, damn. He said Harlem been cursed since Curtis Blow. When Curtis Blow was helping everybody. Remember, he's from Harlem.
But here's the thing. We have a chance to change the narrative. Because I don't really study the past too much. I'm only fucking with the future.
No,
I'm just telling you, that's me.
I have to study the past.
I study it. I'm a student of the game.
Because it brings like you said, it brings the new. It brings the future.
When I say that,
bring the future more reality.
When I say I don't study I meant to say I don't dwell in the past, right? Because I have an understanding even of my own mistakes, right? And this is where, when I'm dealing with these youngins, I try to teach them and show them so they don't have to take the bumps I took. But it takes somebody to show. Nah, I fuck with him. I fuck with him. I'm supporting him. Like, if you look at my page, nobody ever asked me to put anything on my page. I put it up because I support people. That's what I do, because I'm leading by example to show, like, half of my page is other people, more than half, right? Because in the position I am and how my town looks at me, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. That's what, people not, that's the problem. I'm telling you, the real problem is everybody, of course, the town, we are who we are. So everybody think they the greatest. That's the beauty about it, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Now we got to understand some of us are greater than others, though.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
So we got to get behind the person that's greater than me, so I can be great too. And it's that simple. It takes nothing away from you to support somebody. It takes nothing away from anything you're doing to say, yo, the Kid Mino is dope. Oh, yo, S is a good DJ, but motherfuckers don't want to do it, and that's really the problem. But for me, I don't study the problem. I'm working on the solution. That's why I'm here right now. Y'all can check out that Lady Matt new single that's out. She's from Houston. She's in the town. I'm working with her directly. Her joint Rambo. You can check out Breeze. You can check out Lady Matt.
Oh yeah,
that's her name.
I was just with her overnight.
Yeah, you was just with her. I got pictures inside of there when you was spinning that. But and from here, we should just, like, I had something with my son, who's a producer, a new producer. I had something with him this weekend.
I need him with Lil S. Come on, give Lil S a joint.
I got a special package for Little S. I'm gonna have my son cook that up for him. And I'm just trying to build a community with these youngins and understand, like, yo, y'all need to know each other.
I had to teach him that. Him that. I say, yo, look, if Flex is playing your record and a Clue playing your record and a Cell playing your record, niggas looking at you with a little more of importance.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Love Come Down was a heat rock. You made it further than other niggas will ever make it.
Right.
You gotta give back to you gotta give.
Right.
So when he was doing the showcases, he would do the showcases and bringing other artists and helping them get on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you might have 300 people in the building, or 300 people who never saw you, but you get a chance to put your music on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I always wanted to throw parties. And I told him I always want to do this in Harlem. I want to come back and do a night where I play niggas' music in between the new music that's playing now. So it's like mash it up inside of the party music. So everybody can, you there with your niggas. So to say you there with your niggas, you ain't just gotta always perform. But if I'm playing your records in between the little babies and the little Dirks and all them, if I'm playing your music in between there, you just gotta show them. You got your team with you. make it make sense. Make the record. Make people say, "Yo, damn, man, what's up with this record? This record is crazy."
It's so many. I'm gonna give you a little more science. There's so many things that with the New York scene is crazy because first of all, we don't really have clubs anymore, right?
You're right.
So it's really not a big base for us. You know what I'm saying? They got us partying in restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Or else one of the bigger promoters put something big together, right?
I got you.
So that's the problem for our music to be heard off the rip. Now we got our little strip club, so we taking the South shit and making it part of our.
300. You don't have to. It don't have to be 300 people. It could be just like what's my nigga Tom from 134th Street. His spot is on 124th. Was that the green room?
Yeah, I heard of
the green room, right? You got the green room might hold 100 people, right? But you might have the 100 of the hottest people that's in the street that can got word of mouth to make say, yo, this nigga got a hot record. You feel what I'm saying?
It's bigger than that though, S. We need. I'm telling you, it's bigger than that. We have to you niggas not watching the South how they have a certain lane of camaraderie, right?
Right.
Fuck the South. The biggest artist in the game, Drake. He does songs. He looks. He makes sure he see who the young hottest nigga. He changing niggas' lives. He give them a verse. It's over. They're out of here. It takes nothing away from him. It makes him greater.
Yeah.
It makes him greater. Alley-oops make people greater. So in our town,
a lot of us
don't really have anybody.
A lot of us on the bench. So we can't throw.
And that's why we have to put somebody forward to be the vessel. We have to vote the person in and say, we're behind him. We trust he gonna do right by the artist. We trust he gonna get the right music out. Let's get behind this. Let's push what we pushing this agenda, and we busting this shit open for the town.
I'm trying to take. I want to go to West. I'm trying to take over what's the name shit. What's the shit called? Uptown Records. I'm about to have a talk with Andre Arell's son, because they want Uptown Records to come, and I was telling before, you can't have Uptown Records that don't have an Uptown artist. That's just sounds dumb.
Nigga,
that sounds dumb.
Listen, I think more than anything, we look into people. It's not the people, it's us. We can change our own fate. We don't need Uptown Records. We Uptown. Fuck, we really talking about. I get on my shit. But for real though,
shit, nigga.
What the fuck are we gonna do? That's where I'm at. What are we gonna do with this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck everybody. We not looking outside. I ain't looking for no outsiders. I'm looking for my town.
What you want to do? Nigga, what we want to do? Want to make an album? We can do an album.
I'm just saying. I mean, we know enough people, right? If we say it's a little community, 1, 2, 3,
15 songs and the 15 hottest niggas in Harlem.
No, we don't need that. We need the capital. We have to find us the capital so we can make, if we putting that tape together, that it gets where it's going.
It's gotta look crazy.
That's the key. It's not a weekend. I can have 15 people come to the studio right now. They'll do it right now for me. I call them right now. All the hottest artists, Rich, Bout, everybody fucking me. Double, the real shit. Yes, son. I can have them there tonight. That's not the key. Because if I make them do the product, I got to be able to push the product.
You're right. Exactly.
Key. It's the fucking CEOs and it's the artists. We need the space to let our artists be artists. They trying to do so much. They tripling up and it's fucked up. But we have to straighten out the ecosystem. We have to straighten this shit out. I'm telling you what's a real problem. I'm here every day. I study it. I hear it from all of them. I'm just with Moolah, all of them last night. Bronx artists. It's the ecosystem. Like, in reality, you have to take your rap and sit them down. They're going to be in the streets. You got to have the money to say, yo, nigga, you ain't doing that. I'm coming to get you. You niggas see the big story, how it go. I'm coming to get you, and I'm sitting you down. And that's where I keep saying we need this capital. So more than anything, we need to put a motherfucking think tank together and get some investors to come fuck with us. And then we move off of that. Because now we have the capital instead of having to talk to our artists and tell them hope and wait. No, come here. This is what we're doing. I believe in you, young nigga. I'm backing you. And that's what we need for Harlem if we're talking about this town. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah,
And from
I
there,
got
it
you.
will trickle over. We have to have leaders, man. We don't have nobody lead us. We don't have niggas is scared. I'm not scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm a frontline nigga. I've been a frontline nigga in Harlem World. I'm a frontline nigga in Vacant Lot. I was a frontline nigga on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared to speak my mind and fight for the town.
I mean, nigga, you know that I've
If
always
I had
done
to be
that.
the sacrifice, if I had to be the sacrifice with all the shit that went on in my histories, that's what it is. And now we're gonna get it straight and let these fucking youngins eat, man. Because that's what it's about, man. The new generation. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It's about the new generation. It's not about nothing else. Whatever happened, we don't give a fuck. We here now, 2022. What we gonna do about the town now? You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do about the town now? And that's where motherfuckers get so frustrated, like, damn, this, we can't complain about it. We have to figure it out. Because it can be figured out. If
Nah,
we
you're
just say,
right,
yo, this person,
but you got to know they got the investors have to hear the music. It still relates with the music. If you try to do it without having the music ready, then you're asking
oh,
the
no, I
investors.
mean, listen, if SNS, Mino, and the third person, whoever it may be, or the fourth and fifth person we put together, if those top people himself is not, if you don't see the worth in them, we don't want your money.
No,
If you
but
don't believe in, no, listen to me. If they don't see the value in me, you, say whatever other people that we got at the table saying, yo, we need this money to put them on. If they don't see the value in these five people, they're never going to see the value in what we're trying to do. So first we need somebody who sees the value in us because we're the spokespeople. You get it? You have to have enough faith in me to understand that I'm going to do what I'm telling you because this is my track record. This is SNS track record. This is if the OG from the streets track record, whoever the fuck it
I got
is.
you.
And that's how it works, man. We have to have some type of, and that's how I feel about it.
You're
That's
right.
how I know
got you.
that's what's going to make it turn over, as
I
you know what I'm
understand.
saying? Actually. And
No,
I
you're right.
appreciate you having me up here on this platform today. Talk a little bit about this thing. We got to start this. We're going to keep this thing going on. We're going to figure out some things, us behind the scenes to, bring some of this shit into fruition. See, here's the thing. Who's that?
That's Bank.
Oh, that's Bank. No, it's not about not having music. That's not what I'm saying. See, this is what happens in conversations. People begin to nitpick, and we don't get to the real thing that I'm saying. Of course, we're gonna have music. Of course, I mean, I'm sure you got music right now. I know I got music right this second, right? So I'm not talking about like I'm talking about just a real plan, executing, bringing some things to the table to get to the next step.
Absolutely.
I don't want to nitpick about,
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we all understand, of course. We're talking about the music business. That's what this shit is about. Of course we're going to have music. Of course we're going to have the hottest shit. And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? We start to nitpick and we lose focus on what actually we need to do. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, salute us. I thank you. I'm gonna be hitting you. We got some things we got to talk about. Noodles. Thanks for hitting me. We're gonna do this again. Call me up here whenever you want me.
You know you're my nigga. I got you all the time, nigga.
I appreciate you.
Always.
All right, I'm going.
All right, my nigga.
One.
My wallet, the other wallet, and my jeans right there. And my sweats, yeah. Yeah, y'all. Had to go, had to bring a couple of guys I know, a couple of my street niggas in who can understand about where the balance has got to be from. Bink, Bink, what's up, Bink? I need you in here, Bink. What's up, Bink? Come on, Bink. Been eluding me, Bink. Come on, man. Nigga, I love his passion though, my nigga. I love Mino always had great passion. He always has great passion when it comes to music.
I just want to clear up something first. I wasn't nitpicking. Okay, he said that we need to get an investor, and then he didn't say we're going to get the album done and go get bread. He said we need an investor first,
Yeah, he did. He
And
did.
then
He did. He did.
that's
You're
why I
right.
said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Because these people
Absolutely.
now they want you to do all the heavy lifting first, and then they come
They
with the bread. You know what I'm saying? Shit
these
crazy.
niggas these niggas now they was but I was looking at that. I was doing that when I put that Paul Righteous Teaching joint up when he was talking the shit. That shit hit me. That shit was like a nigga just punched me in my chest. Like, little nigga, listen. And I listened to the Paul Righteous Teaching nigga was talking some shit. That shit I posted.
Yes, that's the old. I remember when he first did that. That's old.
Yeah, I know
Some
it's
of he
old,
had
but I
that.
never really saw it.
Yeah. No, I was on that
That
when
was
he
like
first did it.
your uncle punching your chest when you like, listen to me, nigga. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Listen, man, this generation is hard to get to for the simple fact that there aren't any more. It ain't no more code, ain't no more ethics, ain't no more rules. Like they just do out of pocket shit and then try to justify it. That's what we be seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like the music is
Yeah.
super irresponsible now. Like we always had people who did irresponsible music, but now it's just like the music now is just super
It's
ignorant.
like
Like
75-80% of irresponsible music.
I mean we never talked about the dead. That's super over the top irresponsible. To talk
Yeah.
shit about somebody that's gone. We
Yeah,
never did that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We never did that. Like it's a new level of ignorance and disrespect. The precedent has been raised. You know what I'm saying? So it's like trying to. I'm really reserved at trying to reach out to the youth because of just the level of ignorance that you're dealing with. You know what
How
I'm
do we
saying?
get that back?
I mean, I'm at a point now in my life where I worry about my family, my nephews, my friends' kids. Like I'm not
I got you.
going out here because the thing is, what I've learned, my experience is, you can help these young dudes, but the first time you say no, you a piece of shit. The first time you say no, you ain't this. You can say yes 1,000 times in a row. In a row. The first time you say no, you ain't shit. And then they
Or if
come
you
at you
tell them,
like
yo,
you never
brother,
had
you
history.
ain't spitting hard enough.
I'm just saying, it's just like, they come at you with a level of disrespect that like you never had history. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just rather not even deal with people that ain't my family. Because I'm gonna stick my neck out there. It's gonna be because of somebody I truly love and would put my life on the line to try to get right. Not some random ass, ignorant ass nigga on the street. I can't see myself doing that. You know?
Yeah, no, I got you.
It's just like I said, when I see this shit now, they be like smoking on Tukey and like, that's somebody's
British, what up, British?
yeah, that's somebody's brother, that's somebody's son, that's somebody, that's somebody boyfriend, husband, wife, and they just talk about people like it ain't shit in death.
Yeah, like, yes.
Good luck, Cam. See you when I get
The
there.
ethics code has been erased.
There is no more code, bro. The code has been erased. That's the code been erased, bro. And it's just to see it play out in real time, it's like, what in the fuck? Like trolling is regular shit now.
Yeah, trolling is
Somebody come on your page and just say some real out of pocket shit to you, some real disrespectful shit they would never say to you in person. That's regular shit.
yeah.
Like it's crazy. That's why so many people are dying because they think everybody playing with them. Everybody ain't playing with you.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like
right.
somebody gonna show you. Then it's too late. Like the comedian that got killed in Memphis, joking about
Yeah.
Dolph dying. Like the fuck you thought?
Yeah. What you thought? You just gonna make a joke and say, "Oh, I was just playing around." You don't play
Like
with
come on.
death, my nigga.
That's where we at now. That's where we at. It's crazy.
That should just
It's sad to watch, bro. I'm trying to tell you some sad shit to watch. just to listen to. Like the music, I can't even listen to this shit no more. Like, bro, King Von record that everybody love is a story about him lining a nigga up, about him robbing a nigga. That's what the song is about.
Yeah.
And that's a that's a hit record.
Man, a teacher just got in trouble for doing the Nardo Wick record. Who you want smoke? Who wants smoke? Doing the challenge.
A teacher.
And the challenge, a teacher had the kids doing the challenge. The challenge is busting the gun challenge.
So what you mean by busting the gun? What they gotta do?
They got a part of the record where they go, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's him. That's like him shooting up shots.
Okay.
And the record is going boom, 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 boom. What the fuck is that? Like if a nigga taking up a nigga busting shots. So
Right.
there's a challenge to it.
So what you gotta do? Rhyme to somebody and sing the lyrics to that?
It's just a challenge. I haven't seen the dance to the challenge or whatever, but I know that I think it's a part of the challenge. I think they shooting the gun at like a fake gun at the person. When they got kids fucking with that record, and you know this is crazy.
Listen, man, ignorance is the new cool. Like you see so much ignorant shit now, you be like, did that nigga just smack the teacher? Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what? Like, if my mom had to come to the school because I smacked the teacher.
Yeah, that's what I said. No, it's not a wick. That's what I said. Not a wick. Yeah, and you're right. They don't have morals for people's lives anymore.
I'm
for
like,
people's
nigga,
lives.
if my mom, if my school called my mama on her job and said, your son just slapped the teacher, like, nigga, I'm leaving school. I'm not even gonna be there when she get there. No way.
You know, when I get home, my ass gonna get killed.
Bro, when she get to the school, my ass is dead.
I'd rather it happen at home.
Bro, listen, I don't want that.
Yeah.
That level of ignorance just did not. It didn't happen this much. It was only like maybe one or two kids in school that would do that stupid shit. And that's the kid that doesn't have structure in the house. You know, probably live with the grandma, the mom on crack, daddy on crack, her around. You know, nobody really raised them. They just do what the fuck they want to do. Like, we get that.
Yeah.
I understand.
Dallas, what's up? Tom, what up?
Chef
Yeah,
Dallas,
you're right. Yeah, these kids' minds is different, man.
Crazy, bro. Like, to me, the kids we seeing right now, these the kids that got all E's in school and still got Jordans. That's what we see.
Yeah, you're right.
No accountability whatsoever. Zero. Know it all,
Yeah.
ignorant ass,
None.
violent ass niggas. Like, I'm cool. I'm on my
They
business.
know some of them don't have parents that really come to their school and like I ain't afraid of my mother. If she come to school, so what?
Bro, you can't be friends with your kids. You gotta be parents.
And sometimes most of the mothers come to school with their mentality of, well, my kid ain't do shit first.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, man, the shit I see now, the shit that these parents that their kids do now is like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I seen it on Instagram the other day. The chick.
Rockwater, what's up?
Rockwater was good. The chick is a porn star. She's on the set of the shoot, and her mom is there with her. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even, like, S, do you understand the level of that shit right there?
Yeah.
Like, the thought of my parents even kissing was nasty to me. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Even the thought to fathom that my parents having sex was nasty.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like he like, oh no, I
Yeah,
ain't.
back in the day, yeah,
Yeah, he like,
absolutely.
oh no, I ain't trying to hear that. You know what I mean? So it's like to have your mom at the porn shoot with you as a girl.
Yeah.
Wow, that's different, man.
Capri, what's up, Capri? Nah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like, I never looked at, I ain't looking like, and you're unusual. I'm gonna bring you in. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah,
Ken,
I'm thinking about,
come here.
it back. Like, you think about it like that, my nigga. Yeah, you're right.
Bro, it's a different level of like it's crazy. I don't get it no more. Turn the light on for me. Thanks, baby. No, I don't get it. It's like I could never fathom my mom being on a porn shoot with me. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
incredible.
nah, yeah. Like,
That's
why would you want to
decree.
have your mom at a porn filming?
You getting gunned down in front of your mama. Like that,
Yeah, that shit is just, come on, man.
bruh. How? Like how? Like I can't fathom that.
Like, I didn't never think I wanted, I was looking at I was looking at my stepfather like, yo, what? Like, I'll do all that shit later.
Yo, Rottweiler is stupid.
The Rottweiler stupid.
If
I,
Big had an album based off his IG pic, it would be called Sexy Sheets and Emotional Whispers. Stupid ass nigga, yo.
yeah, that shit is different.
Yo, Rottweiler, something's wrong with you, my brother. Mom belongs to the street. Yeah, man. It's just like I say, it's just,
Nah,
these
I get where exactly you coming from.
yeah, but like I said, there are no more rules. Like the code, the rules, everything has been erased and smeared for this generation. Like niggas just rapping off beat, bro. And they think that
And
shit
it's
is dope.
cool. And it's
That's
cool.
that's the goofiest shit I've ever heard in my
When
life.
niggas sat there and said, when Chief Keef came in the game and he was rhyming off beat, and niggas said that shit was dope, I said, what are you niggas listening to?
He couldn't stay on beat, truthfully. He didn't know how.
Yeah, he didn't
But
know how to.
right, but the concept he came up with, I don't like, was dope.
Yep, I don't like.
So it still went off.
Mm-hmm.
What is the solution? Ain't no solution. Like this generation know everything. You can't tell them shit. They constantly moving the goalposts.
I
Like,
think their solution is if one of their hierarchy artists, like Lil Baby and them, changed the narrative a little bit and made like when Lil Baby did that Black Lives Matter record, that shit had niggas thinking. It did.
hold up. He say Silk the Shocker couldn't rap on beat. Yeah, but Silk the Shocker didn't influence other niggas to do it either.
Yeah,
Niggas
it
was like
wasn't.
it was trash. Like Silk the Shocker was trash back in the day. When it came to being on beat, he just was bad at that. Like
Yep.
nobody, I don't know nobody ever that came and picked me up with Silk the Shocker playing in the car in my life. Ever. Or called me on the phone and had that shit playing in the background. Never in my life have I met any dude that had Silk the Shocker on his goddamn radio.
He say nobody ever say, yo, my nigga, you hear this shit? I ain't
Yo,
never
you
had
got
that
that new
nobody
Silk
say.
the Yo, or somebody come to DJ Boo, yo, S, yo, play that Silk the Shocker for me. You ain't never heard nobody ask you that question.
No, I did.
What song was that?
In
And where were you?
Jersey,
And where were you at?
niggas, it ain't my fault.
Oh
I
no,
was
it
in.
ain't my fault. That was a good record, but he won't by himself.
No, that was the
It
only
ain't my
record
fault.
that I ever played. That and
Yeah,
the
it ain't
Maya.
my fault was a feature.
The only record I played that was that record ain't my fault. The remix and the joint he did with Maya.
But he was
I
messing
mean,
with
he was on all the other. I know he was on. I know he was on a lot of the other Master P joints, But me taking a Silk the Shocker album and put that on, no, I did not do that.
I can't name 2 Silk the Shocker records. Had you
I
not
can,
said it
I
ain't my
can.
fault.
And my
Had you
fault, and the
not
one with
said it ain't
Maya,
my fault. I'm just
and the
saying,
one with Maya.
even though I don't know what the Maya joint, I don't remember that one at all. I don't remember that one, but I know it happened because they were dating at the time. I remember that.
Oh, they were.
Yeah, they were dating.
Oh, at that time. Oh, okay. I never knew that.
Yeah, but bruh,
So Silk had his own style, comfortable in his own lane.
nah, I can't say Silk had his own lane. He just used to be off beat.
He didn't
That
care
night
because he was
up,
rich. He didn't care because he was rich.
but he still had some joints. Name one, Jack.
Move it.
He looked at
Cardiac,
Jack said, "Oh,
Cardiac, you stupid Cardiac. Cardiac said, move on. I think it's called Move On. Yeah. That was the Maya record. Moving on. Move on.
bruh." Myself, when it comes to music, 2 things I got pet peeves about: singing out of key and rapping off
Coach.
beat. I can't. Those
So
2
when
things I
Blueface came out,
cannot.
I know you really hated that when Blueface came out.
I didn't even listen to Blueface. Like Blueface don't exist in my house or my car. I would never play a Blueface. You know what I'm saying? Like that he for the kids strictly. That's not talent. You know what I'm saying? That's just the new shit.
Marquise, my brother, what's up, Marquise? No Limit Soldier, Biggie say, oh, were good records. But that was predominantly Master P.
Yeah, No Limit Soldier. That was features. We talking about one record where he rapping all 3 verses with a hook. Give me one that we all love. I'll wait. How long you want to give him, man?
I mean, they're gonna say New Orleans was with it. New Orleans loved it. New Orleans loved it. It didn't even matter if he was
Man,
on beat or
whatever.
not. Like,
Whatever.
no, for real. You know the South is different, man. You know.
New Orleans love No Limit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So
I
whatever
probably
they came out with, if it was Mia X, it was Fiend. If it was what's the twins' name? Yeah, you're right. P was rhyming on beat a lot.
hey man.
And like P was reading.
I'm just saying, bro. That's
I
that's
love No
rapping.
Limit though. I can't fuck.
Yeah, I'm saying, but that's rapping 101. Rapping on beat and singing in
Yeah.
key. Those are the 2 fundamental rules of music.
Cain and Abel. That's right. Cain and Abel. And you know, before you even rapped on beat, you had to learn how to you gotta learn how to write, count your bars.
Bruh, all that type of shit is erased now. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. This is why these kids be acting out because they think they can just supposed to be like, oh yeah, that's dope. Like, nah. Like, nigga, structure and fundamentals of music is never going to change. It's never going to change. That's why certain people are the shit. And other people have that one record that people love and they hit the road and go on tour a little bit, but they don't last. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Indeed.
last.
Indeed.
That's why you got
Indeed.
your J. Cole's, you know what I'm saying, your Kendrick Lamar's, your Lil Baby can actually rap. The Baby can actually rap. All these other niggas that's around they just here for a second and they gone. They're not gonna be here long. At all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got that one record that people love from them, and then they tore the war with that, and then once that shit get old, and then you goddamn local gym teacher, some goddamn where. No, it's ain't a new crack.
Niggas like, hi, welcome to
And
Walmart. People like, hi, welcome
yeah,
to
ain't
Walmart. Can I help
listen,
you?
ain't no more dope dealers. This all swipers. This all identity theft. That's the new hustle. For like the last 10, 15 years, these kids ain't out here on no hand to hand selling no fucking dope to nobody. They still
Now,
niggas identity.
Dolph is dope. Dope is very dope.
Yeah, Dolph was dope.
Dolph was very dope. I did Dolph's first mixtape party in Atlanta. Shout out to Street Connects. They got a New York nigga to do it.
Dolph was dope. Trying to
I
tell you.
mean, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I just think that I would say that I would say that the guys like you said, like Mecca 504, you said Key Glock. Yeah, Key Glock. I just need I just need more substance. I
Ain't
need
no
more.
substance. Ain't no substance. That's why when I heard you talking about when Lil Baby made a record for the Black Lives Matter movement, most of these kids don't give a fuck about any type of, justice. Like, politics. Like they don't give a fuck about that. They have no interest in
Well,
that.
then that message when that message with the poor righteous teachers nigga said that, I mean, all that shit's gonna go out. That shit's gonna one ear out another.
Bro, that's exactly what he talking about. That's why he was like when the shit went down, when the shit went down with old boy got shot 80 sometimes in the Bronx. He said Lollipop was the goddamn
Oh,
number
the
one.
Sean Bell, yeah. Nobody did nothing.
Nobody did that because the music changed.
George Floyd, nigga, but people did something with George Floyd though.
That was the media fueled that though. The media fueled that, bro. You know how many George Floyds we got in America? Like real
Yeah,
shit. You know how many George Floyds we done had in
yeah,
America? Let's be
yeah. You're
real.
right.
It's the same thing. Listen, same thing with Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks wasn't the first woman that got sent to the back of the fucking bus. That was the first person they
Yep,
chose to exploit and really start a movement with. She wasn't the first person that refused to go to the back of the bus.
you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
It
come
was her
on, man.
connections of who she knew.
That's it. They were like, you know
Yeah,
what? We're gonna strike now. You feel me? Like people,
you're
you
right.
got some people still thinking we won the civil rights movement because we protested. No, that's not why we won. We got some leeway in the civil rights protest civil rights movement because we refused to ride the bus for damn near 3 years straight. We hurt their pockets.
Yeah,
We hurt their fucking
and
pockets.
that's what you want balance. You gotta hurt the infrastructures.
Yeah. So they was like, you know what? Hold on. Let's sit down and talk. But then the nigga who we sent to represent us took the check and sacrificed us. So the deal was for us to shut down all the black bus lines and ride the white ones. That's why a lot of people say we flourished better when we were segregated.
Wow.
It's crazy, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of shit that we don't pay attention to that we got rocked to sleep by the media and shit like that. Like, bro, a lot of shit that we were doing during that civil rights shit was goofy. Why would you go into a place and demand to make you food when they telling you outright they hate you? I don't want you handling my food. You
Right.
know how short this movie would have been had we say fuck your water fountain, fuck your restaurant. You know how short this movie would have been? Like, nigga, fuck y'all. We got restaurant. We go to Copeland's then. Nigga, fuck y'all. We go to Shark Bar. What y'all talking about? We ain't got to be in this raggedy motherfucker. Fuck this. Fuck your water fountain. Nigga. Like, had we been on that type of time,
Yep.
it wouldn't even be all of this.
You're right.
But we were so obsessed with being included with them. Still to this day, we're obsessed by being recognized by them.
That
You ain't
you
never
ever saw
no
that? You ever saw that? Um. Um. Tyler Perry interview when he had the other director. You ever seen that shit on the gram?
Nah. What he said?
Yeah, he had an interview with a director who just directed something, and he was telling Tyler Perry, he was like, "Nah, man." I said, "Tyler, I don't know how you do it." I said, you know me, I always gotta I, I care about what the white people say about me. Not being racist or nothing, but this is what he said. He said, I really care about what I really care what the white people think about me and my movies. He's like, man, he said, man, you care what Rotten Tomatoes say? I ain't give a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes. This is Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry said that shit straight. Like, I've never seen Tyler Perry get out his character, but in that interview, I saw this nigga's a real street nigga. Like, he's really on the time.
Listen, have you ever watched the Dolomite movie
Yes.
with Eddie Murphy? You watched it?
Yes.
The main thing
I
I
thought
learned,
one of Eddie's best movies.
right? But the main thing I took from that movie was the fact that every time Dolomite went out of his way to make something and get the approval from them to put it out, it failed.
Yeah.
Every time he ended up doing it himself, it went nuts.
It prospered. You're right.
Everything he went into, it was like trying to appease them.
And that's what Tyler Perry told that
exactly.
actor.
Exactly. Because first of all, they don't know our culture like we know our culture. They don't know what the fuck's going on.
That's exactly what he said. He said they don't know our culture. They don't know what the fuck is going on.
They don't know what the fuck we like. What we like. Once it jump off, then they start signing a bunch of niggas to do the same shit we just did. It's the same thing with music. They don't know what the next hit is. They have no fucking idea. But then when that next hit takes off, then they're like, okay, we need 10 of those.
We need 10 more of those.
Right.
Somebody said throw drill music in the trash.
Man, listen, man. Drill music is just, like I said, it's just about, drill music doesn't have a specific sonic that separates them from other music. Like reggae has a reggae feel. You know, reggaeton had a reggaeton feel. House music had a house music feel. You know what I'm saying? They had their own little, you know, signature sounds that you could be like, okay, I know what I'm listening to. Drill does not have a signature sound. What they talking about is signature. All the banging on records and smoking on Tukey, all that ignorant shit, that's what make it drill.
Okay.
But musically, there's nothing that solidifies it being drill. Because remember, the dude that was doing Chief Keef music, he was sounding like goddamn Lex Luger.
Yeah, that was definitely, yes. Young Chop definitely sounded like Lex Luger. That's
so
all that.
Chicago
called it drill music. Chicago called it drill music, and it was more of just, you know, being, how you say, more ignorant with it.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it was the same music, different content. Is what I'm saying.
Content. Yes.
That's all I'm saying. It's the same thing with Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke took that style of music from the UK. UK was doing it first.
The UK was doing it first, exactly.
He just changed the content over top of it. But the sound is nothing new. That was something already taking place in the UK.
Yeah. And it was a different sound than what Chicago was doing.
Right.
They didn't have the movement. They didn't have the movement of the bass lines like the way the UK was doing it.
UK got it from Chicago. Man, you can't. I don't know one Chicago artist that was doing that fucking shit that Pop Smoke was doing ever. Chief Keef really put Chicago on the map in a major way, other than Common Sense.
None of Chief Keef music had the swinging of the bass line. None of it music did. It was just called drill music. You're going by the name. It was just called drill music. If you listen to the drill music of the UK and compare it to the early Chief Keef, even when Dirk first record them L's, you listen to L's, that's more Lex Luger sound. If you want to keep it 1,000, it's a way different sound.
The first sound that sounded like Lex Luger was actually Shorty Red with Young Jeezy.
Yes, definitely, you're right.
young fucking Lex Luger is an offspring of Shorty Red.
Herb and Bibby. Yeah, you're right, Herb. I'm sorry about Herb and Bibby. I'm sorry. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? With a twist. But at the end of the day, you know, I've never heard of a Chicago artist that blew to the level that Pop Smoke did with that sound. I don't know no Chicago music with that same drum beat. I don't. You know
Yeah,
what
it was
I'm saying?
just total. It was just a total thing. Boogie Blind, what's up, my brother? UK. In UK, it was grime. Became drill in America because in Chicago they called doing dirt on doing dirt on the drill. Suggested entertainment. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
It was the content, not the sound. I got you.
Yeah, all day. Like I said, like when Pop Smoke made that shit more popular than what it
God is
was.
Leo. Simone. What'd you say?
Chicago still doesn't have a building, so to speak. Chicago still doesn't have a sound, so to speak. That's the things. They have a content. The way they talk about shit, the way they talking about smoking on niggas, like it's a culture more so with Chicago and lingo with Chicago
Yeah,
than a
yeah,
actual sound. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Half of the reason it's like this is because the ones that came before us left nothing behind. The new kids are fearless and relentless. This is, I don't know, man. The new, like, just to me, the new kids, they don't have any creativity. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody gives a fuck about pushing the envelope and trying things nobody's trying. Everybody's just doing what's popular. Like the Me Too movement is major right now. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? It's fucking major. So that's the issue to me. You know what I mean? Like for instance, when Griselda came out, you know, they started bringing back the
Uh-huh.
samples with no drums. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to do samples with no drums.
Yeah.
What up, S?
Yo, Bank, that's my nigga Boogie Blind.
What's shaking, man?
What's up with it?
Incredible DJ, nigga.
What's going on, man? What's happening? What's the topic, man? I just had to tap in with you one time. S, you know how we do.
You know, Bing in here schooling us on the sound of music.
Okay. What we talking about?
Now he was just talking about the drill have a sonically like something to identify to it sonically. And I was like, you know, reggae, you can tell what reggae sound like when you hear it. When you hear reggaeton, you can tell what reggaeton is. When you hear house music, you know what house music is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Does drill music have that type of identity? And I was saying no, because it was the same beats that other niggas was rapping over, but the culture and the lingo was what made it drill. You know, talking about smoking on niggas and, you know, just talking about, you know, killing niggas. Like that was Chicago's culture. So they took
Right.
some popular beats that niggas was already rapping over, but putting their own little shit over top of it.
But I feel like the East Coast niggas tapped in with the UK because all them Pop Smoke songs, all them 5-Year Foreign songs, they were already done already. They
Right.
just took niggas they just got with the producer like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of
But the thing is though too, it was like the drill music reminds me of the reggaeton, because remember the reggaeton had the same beat on every goddamn record.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So drill
Right.
kind of put me in that frame of mind because every
Yeah.
record was moving the same.
Right. But but
Hmm?
Chicago, some of
No.
the Chicago drill songs, they beats wasn't like that sound. You know what I'm
It
saying?
wasn't. Like he
A
said,
lot,
it's like Lucas sound.
a lot of
It's
those
like the
big,
Lucas
a
sound.
lot of those big Chicago records, they didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like that same pattern
Like
that's going on right now.
the one that Pop Smoke chose, it's like it's missing a snare.
Well, that's a whole UK sound. Like that's not
Right.
our. That's
But
not
see,
that.
but they're
Like,
trying to say
that's
that it came from Chicago. That's what
who
people was
said.
in here trying to say, that it started. They said it started in Chicago. So I was
Nah,
like,
a whole different. Chicago's a whole different thing, man. Like Finito don't sound like none of them records. Don't sound like none of them records. Love Sosa don't sound like none of those records. They just don't. Sonic.
It's
You
like
know,
I
the girl
said,
started. Cardiac said Wonder Girl started that. That was her sound. UK.
That's definitely a UK thing, bro. Like them niggas was the sad thing about the UK is, these niggas out here talking about killing each other and all this other shit, but they still can do shows. A lot of them artists that them beats that were taken from the UK, like them artists can't go perform. Them artists can't even get the
But that's why I was saying it needs balance. Like you can't kill everyone on every record. You can't kill a nigga a certain style on every record.
No,
I
but
I want some balance. People want balance nowadays. You could be the hottest thing in the street right now. I'm not mad at no young artist. I want them to do what they do, but at least give your consumer some balance.
Well, I felt like Pop Smoke gave a little bit of balance.
No, he gave great balance.
Right.
But he wasn't here to be able to execute.
Right.
what I'm saying is Pop Smoke took a popular UK sound and changed the content. That's my point. So it ain't like Pop Smoke came with something new. It wasn't new. It was just that,
but he wasn't here. He wasn't here to execute. He wasn't here long enough to execute everything else on his album. Because if you listen to his album, he had a lot of women records.
Yeah, he did.
And he had a lot of women records, and like the record with the baby, that was a dope record. Like he had good records.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
compared to other artists, it's like I don't think they didn't follow. Not saying that they didn't follow Pop's footsteps, but they, these young niggas got their own sound. They got their own wave.
But how many times can you keep going to the studio and doing the same type of records and then you're gonna go into a meeting with 10 records that all sound like you just round the last record the same record? You're not giving no balance.
Well, this is a popularity.
You can't name three.
It's a popularity contest at this point.
No, it's gotta change.
Right now. But as you can't name 3 artists right now, they got their own sound. Name 3.
3 new artists or
it? Yeah, somebody probably just tried to call him or something. That shit just happened to me. Somebody just tried to call me.
I be hating that when people see me on live, then they gonna call my phone.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
That is not the smartest thing to do.
I don't understand that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like a lot of the drill stuff.
Drill songs are actually a message to the enemy of that artist. You're right.
I don't know if that was
No, he's right. When it comes to the young niggas, they're really talking to their ops.
Yeah.
And but all I'm asking, how many times you gonna keep talking to your ops?
That's their language.
You gotta make a whole album talking to your ops.
That's their language though, S. Like that's the.
I hear you. Shout to Big Crit. They don't have artists like Big Crit. Shout to Kevin Gates. I like Kevin Gates because Kevin Gates gives you a variety of music, and he's a straight street rapper.
Right.
But he gave you so many directions in his music. Shout to my son, SNS is here. He never give you a variety of different music.
Man.
We from Harlem, like you got.
Right.
These are not 13 tracks for the ops. Yes, I'm tired of that. Young Thug is in the street. Thug is in the street. Thug is from the street. Thug gave you a bunch of different records. Same thing Future did.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy.
Come on. Bootsy a street nigga. Bootsy is a street nigga.
Right.
He told you what He showed you what his block was about and what he did. But he gave it to you. Music ain't for y'all generation. Music is for any generation if you can understand what you're listening to, son. That's to be honest with you.
Well,
Music is for all generations if you understanding.
Yeah, I agree with you, S. But there's also, like being around younger artists and seeing their vibe is like they're like certain people, they don't care about tradition. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, the problem with the new niggas is creativity is non-existent. Like when
For
somebody
some of them,
drops,
yes.
no, for most of them, when
Yes, most of them, you're right.
somebody drops an album, they like, okay, that's the new wave.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And they do a whole album. They do a whole album sounding like the person who just dropped the album. Like, no, nigga, this is they shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally agree.
That's the problem with music. Like, there is nobody trying to push the envelope and really be creative.
And then it's like when people like us say something or have an opinion, it's like we're old and bitter and we just don't understand it.
Whatever. Like, no, nigga, you don't know fucking music. Fuck out of here. That's what that is. So I don't even let these young niggas spin me with that stupid shit. They don't. You can't spin me with that.
Like I said, I like some of that silly shit. I don't know. That shit just.
Yeah, I do.
I have
do
guilty
too.
pleasure songs. I have a list of guilty pleasure songs at this point.
I like some of that shit too, but at
a
the end
list.
Of the day,
I have a plethora of guilty pleasure songs.
At the end of the day, there's very few niggas who have their own thing.
Flygerian, you're right, Flygerian.
There's most niggas is just really just copying what a creative nigga did. That's all it is. Like Pop Smoke came out, and then the whole industry started doing Pop Smoke sounding records. That's not being creative. That's Mr. Me Too.
I ain't gonna lie. Russ is an artist that had his own sound. He a new artist that got his own sound.
Russ is vintage hip hop. Russ is still doing vintage hip hop, and that's cool. Same thing with Griselda. But
Russ might be one of the most talented artists in the past. Yeah, in the decade. I'm going to say the decade. He like one of the most talented, well-rounded.
I just did a record with Russ. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is it's nothing new for real. Like when we first heard Bone Thugs and Harmony, that was some shit that you never heard before in your fucking life. When we first heard Wu-Tang, it was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, big shouts to Russ. Russ, one of the most talented artists, period.
You're right there.
Period.
You're right there. You're in the thing.
And the same goes for Anderson .Paak. I feel like Anderson .Paak really changed.
Anderson .Paak too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying about with Russ is like, cause Russ is like the minority right now when it come to like music right now. You know, don't nobody sound like him. And when he rap, he got substance. That's the thing.
Right.
That's what lack in this generation right now, substance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
right.
He could do everything. Russ will give you a record with Lil Baby, and then turn around and do a record with Benny the Butcher, and then turn around and do a record with Ross, and then turn around and do a record with Snoop Dogg.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta bring you in, big.
Well, that's how I feel about Anderson .Paak. I feel like he's been ahead of the curve for the last 10 years, and niggas just getting on his way because of the Bruno Mars record. But if you go to all his early stuff, like
Anderson .Paak was.
Like he was doing records with Knowledge, he was doing records with Madlib, he was doing records, he was on Stone's Throw, period. Like, and that's a air quotation backpack label.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And he was making, and the music then I feel is better than the music now. It's just more shiny and commercial and polished. You know what I mean? It's more polished. You know
Let me ask y'all something.
And his live show,
do we blame the artist? Do we blame
his
the
live
artist?
show is incredible.
Do we blame the artist, or do we blame or do the fans have like some type of accountability in that? Because they like what they like.
Right. That there's always that part. There's always that part. People like what they like.
They like what they like. So it's like
what they like.
So let's talk about female artists, right? You have a bunch of females that come out that all they see is trying to sound like a Nicki Minaj
or you know what I mean. Now they got like somebody like Doja Cat to look to, right? But when Tink came out, Tink was something that you couldn't really put and compare to nobody really at that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She was the minority. Now the
Right.
fans didn't resonate with her as much as they should have because of her skill level was top notch. But
Right.
because the fans are so used to just the females at that time sounding like one style.
Right.
She didn't get the look. Rhapsody too. I think Rhapsody falls in that category too, like how Tank do too. Like I feel like it's not many females that even get in that bag on the type of time that Rhapsody on. They the minorities, and what a lot of the female artists come out and do. Do we blame the artist or the fans for liking what they like and
Of
not?
course you blame the artist. The fans is like, when you go in a restaurant, they serving what they serving. You hungry, so you gonna order what they serving. So you can't hold the fans accountable for what you serving. You know, you serving what you saw McDonald's serving. So fuck it. You know we like McDonald's. So of course we gonna like that shit too. Because we already eat McDonald's. So you serve me some McDonald's shit, I'm gonna eat it.
And
What about the fans that turn around and be like, nah, I ain't trying to try nothing new. I don't want no sushi right now. I ain't trying to try that. I'm gonna stick to this here double cheeseburger.
there you go.
At the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, you know, you got people that are fans, and then you got connoisseurs.
That's true.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
You got
That's
niggas
true.
who smoke weed who still don't know what good weed is to this fucking day.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
That's
They
true.
they all they know is about names. Like, no,
That's
nigga,
true.
if you know how to smoke weed, you know what you're looking for specifically.
Right.
So
right.
when it comes to music, that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I name groups like Bone Thugs, Crucial Conflict, Do or Die, Twister,
Yeah.
because these are people who went against the grain, who took a chance on
Yeah.
doing
Rhapsody got the
something that.
Grammy. But I ain't gonna lie, they talking about Rhapsody got the Grammy. I ain't gonna lie, I think it was overdue. I feel like they gave it to her at the time the same way they would give it to like somebody like when Nas won his Grammy. Like, you feel me? I feel like
Hold on,
they
she got
a
a Grammy. She got a Grammy nomination. She didn't win a
She
Grammy.
didn't win a Grammy.
This
She
is what
got
I'm
nominated.
saying. Like,
She got
She got
nominated.
nominated. Yeah, she didn't win.
a nominate,
But
and that's the thing. The Grammys know what they're doing. They'll nominate you, so like to get your fans to tune in. But you ain't gonna win.
But what I was asking for is, what I was saying is, when can the balance be restored? When can the balance be restored?
Well, what
I
type
mean,
of balance? What type of balance? Like what type?
I mean,
of
because
balance?
we need a Rhapsody. We need that.
Right.
You need.
Right.
I'm
What type
tired.
of balance are you expecting?
Mostly every chick is going ratchet and talking about this, and that.
Right.
I'm talking about the balance being where you got a guy, you got a guy like with Ross. Ross to make a record with. He make a record with what's my guy name from Outkast? I mean from Dungeon Family.
3 Stacks.
No, what's the other guy name? The little fat
Who?
Goody
Moore?
CeeLo
Green.
When he made the CeeLo Green record about his mama,
Yeah.
that might have been the most touching record since Pac's record.
But this the thing though, right? This the thing though. Like, it's like, in order for balance, you need fearless creatives. You need creatives that got to be on some. I don't care what they looking like.
And that's where
what
my
Big was
respect.
just saying just now was real. Like, majority of the fans never really know what they want until you give it to them. You feel me? Like, they don't. They only brainwash at this point, but they don't really know what they want for real. So but you got to take a certain. That's why I love Kanye the way even till now, because like, he won't care what's going on out there. You feel me? He gonna take that sacrifice and push some new type of quality.
That's why Outkast is Outkast.
That's
Outkast
for
never
sure.
gave a fuck. Missy Elliott never gave a fuck about what was popular.
Yeah, it gotta take. It's strength in numbers.
Can we
so
touch
more fearless artists?
My son put me up on Russ.
Right.
Because
I put my thoughts on Russ. Like,
he put me up on Russ because of that. Like, I didn't, you know me, I'm in a party. I love party music. I'm a party nigga. I love party music.
Right.
So they was like, you know, I used to be up at Def Jam, and they were like, yeah, you know, Russ, the sound. Oh, okay, fine. So my son kept pushing Russ. He kept saying Russ.
Yeah, facts.
So I said, let me give a nigga a listen. I was going to Virginia, and I started listening to I was on my way to Virginia listening. That's what I get to do on my music. I get to listen. put him in the car, listening to him. And then I was saying, damn, this kid Russ, keep making the music and he wants to make.
Right.
And he got the fans to back him though. That's the thing too.
Right.
Like you know
And
what I'm
it
saying? Like
goes back
he established his fan
that's
base.
the
I'm
respect.
showing my pops that Russ on a stadium tour.
Now, this
2
goes
years
back
ago.
to when we was in Clubhouse that time, and we talk about what we call it, that certain following, that what's the word, man? It's like you have your own following. It's like
A cult following.
Cult following. That's what Russ had.
But like that's what I'm saying though.
And this is
you got to
before
be in tune with your following. You got to be in tune with your following, and you got to make your following, regardless to what the norm is. You got to make your following feel like, I don't care what's going on out there, because this artist is connected to me. I'm rocking with this artist right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of rappers gonna do what they see is being done because it's a quick way to get money. You feel me? Like now, I'm always able to talk my shit with Russ because some of their favorite rappers right now that's hot can't even do a stadium tour. Like, you know how hard that is to fill out stadium after stadium after stadium. Boy did 8,000 people in Egypt.
Right.
That's not normal.
That's not normal. And this is before the best.
He don't got no openers. He don't be using no openers. He don't use no openers.
Right.
We're not talking about Russ and friends. We talking about people coming there to see Russ.
Right. Exactly.
And that's him. That's J. Cole. That's
Azealia Banks.
That's Azealia Banks. As whacked out as Azealia Banks is,
she's the real bar. Like, technically speaking,
female Kanye.
She's been doing that shit for years.
I gotta believe. I gotta hear her. I gotta hear more music for her to give her the Kanye time. That's too much.
Nah, she was
she was doing Coachella before it became popular.
Right.
She's from Harlem. She was on the cover of GQ with Diplo before Jesus was out. Like, she bit, like, when you heard her first song, you thought she was white.
Yeah.
No, for sure, I did.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then she kept making music, and then, you know, once you have a backbone and you stand for something and you make certain comments, then that's when the bullshit, the politics start. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it goes back to even with Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think that she pays attention to these other artists? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. You got to be a level of fairness. Certain people that get to those statuses.
Before she had a level of fairness.
With Nicki, listen,
she did super bass.
Nicki wasn't doing. Nicki wasn't going E and I on songs. You heard Jean Grey do it first. They won't say that.
Yeah,
they won't say that. But, you know, this is the era we're in now. Like, it's like.
But that's the thing too. Why does rappers even listen to? Why does rappers listen to labels like they really know what's going on? These niggas sit behind desks.
I got the answer for that, because they got the check. So people who chasing money is gonna let that dictate what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because the A&R be like, yo, we need something like this.
Right.
And you in those meetings, you come in there with your creative shit, and they be like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
But we need something like this. And then they play Doja Cat. And they play motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and look how long it took niggas to get onto Doja Cat.
I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a fan of Doja Cat when she got on. I don't like that Bitch I'm a Cow Move song. I hated that shit. I honestly thought it was.
But that was a cult following song. Whether people like it, that was a cult following.
She ain't been missing as of lately though. She been on.
No,
she been on
at all. At all.
She been on
look how long.
Yeah,
she might be. I think she might.
How long they worked that Juicy.
Oh
no, they worked
that Juicy record was out for 2 years.
Yo, they put all type of bags.
They slapped Tiger on it, and now it was you know what I'm saying? Like,
they put all type of bags behind that.
I remember playing Juicy out in Harlem, and niggas was like, "What is this shit?" And I was like, "All right, you'll see."
I still be like that with Russ to certain niggas. Like, I still like that with Russ with certain niggas. Cause niggas would think, like, you feel me? It's like, boy is ahead of the curve. So you feel me? When you're not used to hearing a certain sound from a certain artist, because you so used to listening to how everything sound right now. When a nigga come out of nowhere, I told my pops, I'm like, yo, bro, that nigga could be the next Drake, bro. Yeah. Told that nigga that 2 years ago.
What you talking about, Russ?
Yeah.
See, Russ will never be the next Drake just because of the type of music he does. But it's like, you know, you got so many people that don't you don't need the radio today.
Nah, you don't.
And Russ is the perfect example of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need the radio.
Nah,
still
yeah, you
be,
fat. Bro,
you know,
he
and
might have
still
just
be who
started
you
getting
are.
played on the radio maybe like 2 years ago.
Right.
2
And
3
that's
years ago.
the best thing on Earth song. It
But
wasn't the
he's
best
selling out. But he's been selling out
Right.
before that. Like, you feel
Right.
me? Before any radio play, he's been selling out, bro. Like it took YG maybe a few tries to sell out Staples Center. Nip too.
Yeah.
That boy sold that out, bro. He not even from there.
Right. That's a cult following.
That's a cult following. No openers too. We gotta keep throwing the no openers because you feel me. Certain big artists, when they tour and they do their little, they have a few stars that open up for them. You feel me? So you might not even come like I don't want to say J. Cole.
You're right. Tech Nine in the radio.
Tech Nine is another one. Tech Nine is
Tech Nine a legend though. Do we even count Tech Nine at this point?
You have to, because listen, when Tech Nine came to Virginia, I went to go see him. This man had a tour bus. He had 2 tour buses and an 18-wheeler.
And that merch was popping.
The 18-wheeler was carrying the merch in the jumbotron and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like once these labels convince these new dudes that nobody wants to buy music anymore, that's when the shift came in, which was totally a lie. It was totally a lie. Like, you don't have to be on Spotify and Apple to sell music.
No, that's true.
If you have a cult following, that's
if you got a cult following, direct to consumer always work.
That's why people are selling albums as NFTs now, like what your man Tory Lanez did. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sold his album for $1 and sold 1 million of them.
Remember, Nip sold his album for 100 cash. Niggas was buying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the mixtape. It was the mixtape, but
that was the mixtape. And he gave you the option to get it for free.
Right, but my thing is, you can't let somebody place value on your shit.
Right.
That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is, somebody is willing to pay for it if they fuck with you.
That's true.
But people be so scared. They're like, yo, well, how they supposed to hear me if I'm not on Spotify? Or how they supposed to hear me if I'm not on Apple? It's like, nigga, listen, if Drake got off of Spotify and Apple right now and had Drake.com, you think niggas wouldn't go to Drake.com?
Easily. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. If Drake decides to go, if Drake says today, yo, I'm going independent, 90% of the rap game might follow his suit.
But this is the reason why Apple gives him $100 million at a time. So he doesn't even think that way.
Yeah. Because he know, I think
they don't want him to think that way.
Know that. They scared.
That's my
that,
point.
They scared for Drake to say, you know what, guys? I'm going to just say, fuck it. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going independent.
So
they scared of that.
If they giving you $100 million, what the fuck you think they making?
What they making, right?
That's a fact.
They giving you $100 million. What you think they making? You know what I'm saying? But it take balls.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And let's not ignore this part. When you do that, when you do take that stance, a lot of people come up missing.
Yeah.
Sam Cooke,
Shit.
Nipsey Hussle, Prince, Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So you can't ignore those type of things. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And if you don't come up missing, they try to do something where they try to slander your name some way, somehow. So where you ain't as powerful as you was at the time when you made this, you know what I mean?
Like what they try to do to Tory.
Yeah, they're gonna demonize you for not going with the status quo. So that's the thing. It's like, bro, like you said,
R. Kelly.
Yeah, but R. Kelly had a deal.
This album. He had one more album to give in.
Right.
This last album was this last album was the one he was about to put out. Was his last record.
You know, Michael Jackson said it blatantly. Tom Mottola's the devil. He said,
would R. Kelly sell a lot of records in this climate independent?
Absolutely.
What?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
My nigga, there's not another musician, artist like him.
No, I agree. I'm asking y'all opinion. Like
yeah, he would have sold it.
Yo,
He
yo,
could
yo,
do
Lil S,
slow
hold
jam.
up.
He could do a whole slow jam album, and they will
Hold up,
buy
bro.
it. I
Look, Lil
agree.
S, look, I'm
But
gonna
he's
I'm
somebody that was fearless though too.
Let
He was
brought all
fearless.
closet versions, like, and I don't
listen
even.
to Big. Let
listen.
Big. Yeah.
If you sell 25,000 records
hmm
independent, that's $250,000.
That's true.
25,000. That ain't shit.
Right.
That ain't shit. We
Yeah,
talking about $6-7 a record.
that's a fact. Yeah.
$7 times 25,000.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh,
I
you
think
can call me a
some of the
fade.
artists don't be wanting to choose that route, which I don't understand. They don't choose that route because they feel like they hide behind the security of I don't have to spend my own money to
No,
make
but
this
why? No,
happen.
no, not just that. This the thing. This is what kids get confused. They confuse 100 million streams with
Right.
With 100
30,000
million,
It's,
sales.
yeah,
No,
facts, and it's not. It's
somebody who
not.
sold 30,000 is getting more money than 100 million streams. They
They
get
said
caught up in the
if you
number
do a
game.
million streams, you only get like what $8,000 or some shit like that.
No, nigga, fuck
less than
no,
that.
nigga.
Less
You
than
get
that.
fucking, you get
It's a,
four
you get
grand.
less.
It's
You
like
get less
it's
than a
about
penny a stream
no. But
per
that's for
stream.
that's for the master holder.
Right.
If you got a deal, you don't get 4 grand a million.
Right. Because that's part of the deal.
Oh yeah, I
The
forgot.
360.
That's a
Right. The
fact. If you
360.
You
gotta, because
understand?
They
we
take
gotta speak in we gotta speak in deal terms because most of these niggas got deals. So now we gotta break it down a
Absolutely,
whole nother. You gotta break it down a whole nother
absolutely,
way.
right.
absolutely. So if you owned your master, hypothetically speaking, you would get about 4,200 for every million streams.
And we have to hope that if it's a 730 or 60/40, we gotta hope it's in the artist's favor. Because if it ain't,
No.
that
The
happens
artist,
too.
the artist gets 10% of the 4,200.
That's crazy.
So that's like what, $420
For a million, off a million
for a
streams.
million streams,
Crazy.
right?
That's
Don't spend all that in one. Don't spend all that in one place. You know what I mean?
right.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
that's
saying?
Yo, Big, that's some Versace drawers right then and
What
there.
they say? Oh, Gemini said
That's one pair of Versace drawers.
That's it.
that Russ said artists getting 18%.
That's
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, it's sad. It's sad, bro, to watch. Oh, Russ is in here.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Russ is in. What's up, man? Me and Russ got a crazy record together.
I'm
Crazy.
trying to bring him up. He said he didn't want to come up.
No, that's all good. We got a record for your ass about to come out.
Thank you for being in the room, bro.
That's
For being in
fire.
the room.
That's fire. See, that's what I'm saying though. Like, who who in this era gonna think to even do shit like that? Like collab with a nigga, like collab with a legend like Big, and then be like, yo, this nigga, you know
We
what this
stay
is about
ready.
to sound like?
Somebody got to
That's
post
what
somebody
I'm
else.
saying. It's like, and that's why you're right. That's because he's got big records. He's got his own records. He's got dark records. He got lyrical records. He got records with Premier. He just did a record with Bink. Like
And that's the best
Listen,
thing,
Russ want
bro.
to
I'm
come
telling
in. I got to
the
do
right.
best thing
it.
about that shit. I be telling my pops this all the time. Like, I be
Hello.
like, yo, bro,
Lil S.
huh?
Somebody got to come out. Russ said you want to come out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cam
Tap
Russ
yeah,
in,
tap me
Nah,
out.
Cam
I'm
Russ
out.
in. I'm tuned in.
All right.
I'm out.
How you get me
Peace,
out
bro.
of here? Get me out of here, Pop.
I can't. You got to do it yourself.
You gotta hit the X in the top right corner.
I don't
Yo,
want to get rid of the whole thing.
I said,
No,
I
that's
said,
Say, get
I
me
got
out
it
of here.
right.
He needs to get me out of here, Pop. Nigga thought he was on
I
Star
got it.
Trek.
yeah. I sound like I'm new to Instagram. That's crazy.
The nigga said,
Get me out of here, Pop.
That nigga said, get me out of here, Pop. Like, beam me up, Scotty.
Real
you,
talk.
you've been
There
looking
you
at the
go.
new Star
What's
Trek.
good,
What's up with it?
Respect to you,
man?
brother. Respect to you.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it, man. I appreciate all the love too. Bink was
Come
good,
on,
man. We got a fucking heater coming out soon.
Come on. Tell him, Russ. It's about to
Yeah,
go down.
we got some crazy shit on
That shit
Chomp
on
2.
part 2?
Yeah, on Chomp 2.
That
He,
part.
yeah, he the one. That's my son right there. He put me up on you.
Word.
Definitely, man.
Shit,
Yeah, nah, I like what y'all are saying though, as far as the balance. You know what I mean? And people definitely. I don't think artists are taking as many risks nowadays because it's easy to just do what everyone else is doing because you see that it's working. So you're like, well, shit. Why should I sit here and try to? It's not even. You know what? I think it's not even on some like. Why should I sit here and try to be creative? It's really on some like. everyone has access to the studio now, so anyone can put shit out, and
Yeah.
and some people are just not that creative. You feel me? So it's like, because
Yeah,
back in the day, you didn't just have like the ability to just put your shit out. Your shit had to be like different, unique. All these, it was way harder to
yeah,
get
like you
on.
had to go, you had to get permission.
I
Right,
think
that's
the
what I'm saying.
motivation for certain
'Cause
artists
remember,
in this era is different too. Like certain niggas is looking at it like a quick bag, so
Well,
they
this
like
is
I ain't
money.
trying to.
Yeah, of course, of
remember
course.
Niggas
when
ain't trying to
the
get trophies no more. Like
before
when I was
CD,
coming up, niggas was trying to get trophies. Niggas trying to win all the awards. Niggas trying to,
Yep,
cause the money gonna come with all that if you doing good business, if you doing the business right. But like
I agree. I agree.
money
I
gonna
think
come with all that. But when you getting the awards and the trophies and the hardware, that was the motivation. Now young
well,
rappers
it's
don't
a
give a fuck
hustle.
about that shit.
It's a hustle. I mean, I think it was always a hustle, but I think there was definitely more artists who cared about their pen and cared about like just actually being nice. You know what I mean? I think now it's a lot of people who are like, yo, what's making the most money right now? Oh, this shit? Okay, cool. I'm gonna jump on this wave. Or this, like, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. It's like,
Exactly.
That's a
That's
fact.
my point. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Mr. Me Too movement is huge right now.
yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
huge. Like
It's
that's why I say
crazy.
creativity and just integrity in the music has been sucked out of the game in a major way. So nobody really gives a
Yeah.
fuck about pushing the envelope and trying to move the culture forward. It's about, okay, what did Drake last album sound like? Okay, that's the
Yeah.
way we on. Okay, what
But
did
rappers
Russ
Right.
be
album
scared
sound
too,
like?
big.
You know what I mean?
Rappers be scared too, and then they also gotta, like, some of these rappers that's coming up, they gotta switch they circle anyway, because they circle see a lot of shit on Instagram and want their rapper friend to emulate that anyway. They try to talk them into
But you
being.
see, like this is this is one of the downsides. So I think overall, like the internet and social media is obviously incredible, but one of the downsides is I feel like everyone is so obsessed with what everyone else is doing, and like and we're too influenced by what everyone else is doing, and you're trying to keep up and shit. And it's like, from an artist perspective, that'll just fuck you up because you're over here making your shit in your corner of the world. But if you log on and you hear what like that rapper's doing or this rapper's doing or this artist, you might be like, damn, what, like, you might lose confidence in what the fuck you're doing because it doesn't sound like their shit. And so you're
Yeah.
like, well, shit, if they're getting all this love over here, then maybe I should just switch it up and do that. But once again, that wasn't the case years and years ago when you didn't really know what the fuck someone was making. You couldn't just log on like and see what fucking Outcast was doing
Right.
like
That's a
right
fact.
now in this
so do,
moment in the studio.
so do you think that the fact that people have too much accessibility is a hurting thing?
Uh, too much accessibility. I think it just lends itself to comparison. I think comparison robs creativity. You know?
Because I think it also helps
So
too
it's
in a
more
sense, because if
comparison than
us fans
Yeah.
we grow to folk with the rapper more. Like when we see like, if I didn't, some of the shit I'm putting you onto, Pop, was from Russ Instagram. I'm showing you, remember, I'm sending you, yo, bro, this niggas in Egypt, bro, 8,000 niggas, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
normal. So that shit like that, you feel me? That kind of helps though. You feel me? To make, like, for fans
No,
too,
it
but
definitely helps. I mean, from a creative standpoint, like being on social media from a creative standpoint, and just being so in everyone else's lives and
facts.
every other artist's studio sessions via Instagram, it's like it's gonna fuck you up. I think
Yeah,
Jay-Z said in like a Breakfast Club interview, you have to be careful of what you listen to because it comes out in the subconscious. And
yeah, that's true.
I think if you stay, always listening and watching what every other artist is doing, you get into the studio and you have a fucking identity crisis. You're like, what? You're like, I can't even find myself through all this fucking, through everyone else's shit.
yeah,
That's why
Yeah,
because
rappers
because
like to zone
the
out
lifestyle,
before they even.
the lifestyle itself. A lot of people chase the lifestyle. Like,
For sure.
it's more than just like, back in the day, it used to be when you rapping, you come from New York, everybody knew that, okay, your pen got to be tight. You come from the borough, your pen got to be tight. So now, and then the lifestyle got thrown into the game. So when the
Right.
lifestyle got thrown into the game, people want to chase the lifestyle. Now, Instagram is like, it's like the lifestyle Bible. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well,
And
and
but
it's
they
like,
get led by rappers. They get led by rappers. Rappers are rap, like rich rap, like the rappers is on and rich and shit like that. They like to pretend like they don't care.
perception. The
They
perception
don't. No,
of
they don't. They like to pretend that they don't care about whether being heard or not. But certain niggas do. Like when they
Nah,
ever let.
I think a lot of people just want to make money, and so
Yes.
from a business perspective and from a hustling perspective, if you're if the reason for making music or rapping is to make money, then from a business perspective, you're gonna do what you think is gonna make the most money and what style is gonna make the most money. So when you're looking around at the game and you're like, all right, well this type of beat right now is making the most money, da 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 da. But what I've always said is that what makes the most money in music is having a long career, and the
Right.
way to have a long career is to make timeless music, not making the shit that everyone is just doing. So I never really
Absolutely.
understood the people who were like, I'm doing it as a hustle to make money. It's like, well, look at the people who got the most money off of rap.
That
They're the ones who are
exactly.
timeless. Look at
Exactly.
Jay-Z, look at Eminem, look at like the ones who
Exactly.
make the most money off rap are not the ones who treat it just like it's some,
Exactly.
I'm
I
trying to just
told
be
you, didn't
hot
I tell
this
you that,
summer.
Bob? I
Yeah.
told you that the other day. I'm
Absolutely.
like, yo, bro, if you even look at the J. Cole's, the Drakes, the Kendricks, they like richer than, if you look in the Forbes, they're like richer than majority of all the new artists and shit like that. But them niggas treat that shit like it's they precious jewel.
Yeah.
They working to be the top guy for a long
Right.
period of time. Drake been here for a whole decade. Kendrick damn near here for a whole decade. J. Cole the
Yep.
same. And they do it for the shit that we appreciated rap for in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
So we
And they still
respected
around.
Jay for what Jay did. Jay used to talk to us through the music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
100%.
Not because we was there in the studio, but we could feel it even more. We could feel the music even more because when Jay talking shit, be like, oh shit, okay.
That used to be dope though. When
And,
if
and
rappers went through anything in the news, they
last
rap
time I
about it.
checked, when did being the best not yield you the most fucking blessings? You know what I mean? Like if you try to actually be if you get to the NBA and your whole goal is just to get into the NBA and just get a quick check and like get the stability and that's it. Like you can tell who plays to win a ring
Yeah,
and who doesn't. But guess what? The ones who play to win a ring usually make more money because it's like
absolutely.
usually, of course, there's cases where it's like some people just finessed and got crazy bags, da 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 da. But the ones who play for rings usually get more money than the ones who play for checks. So it's like,
Yeah, you're right.
you know,
I say the
it's the same
mindset not
shit.
going to change unless they realize, unless somebody realize like when if a nigga going to the NBA and he ain't make it to the chip yet and he like yo he rich, it is only going to take to somebody around them be like yeah but you ain't get that ring though.
Yeah, but
Right.
the thing, this the thing though. It take real balls to do the opposite of what's going on.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
when I did Lights Camera Action, Lil Jon was fucking the game up. Like he was on fire.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he had
Was like
the whole airwaves.
yeah,
Was
but it
Lil
was
But
Jon.
Big,
like
you don't think they appreciated different styles of music still at that
no,
time more
listen,
than
no,
now?
not listen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all about the create. Like that's why Russ is doing what he's doing. If Russ listened to what people and Nas had to say and what other people, he would never do the music he's doing right now because it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
the popular thing to do. But he stuck to his guns and he did what he loved, and he knew other people loved that shit too. So like,
Yep.
fuck it, I'm gonna keep doing this. So that's what I'm trying to say. I did Lights Camera Action because I'm like, yo, good music is good music. You can't put a
Right.
date on good music. Period. And this is when they
Yeah,
said boom bap. They said boom bap was dead. It's the same thing when I did Devil in a New Dress. They said boom bap was dead.
I had an
You know what I'm
argument.
saying?
I had an argument the other day with somebody who was saying that I want an artist who looks like a star. I said, so you rather tell me you'll spend 15 hours in the studio trying to make one record than an artist who got records, but he might not be that charismatic artist that you looking for, but he got the music. You trying to sit there and tell me that? Yeah, that's what I want. So my nigga,
that's a quick flip. Niggas looking for a quick flip.
You're
That's a
doing the
quick
culture
flip.
wrong. You're doing the culture wrong because there's so many people out there that got great music who needed a chance from people
Yep.
that's influential.
And like Bink said, good music is good music. That's why it's
Yeah.
like Bink's beats will always sound good. Like
Facts.
Premier's beats will always sound good. Fucking High Tech's beats will always sound good. Pharrell
Absolutely.
shit, like it's that shit sounds great. There's a lot of shit that comes out, and I got a lot of flack for when I said this a couple years ago, but it's the truth. It's like there's a lot of production that is dated, like, and it's not the boom bap shit. The boom bap shit is like there's still elements of all that, the soul samples and all that type of shit in today's music, but it's like a lot of this shit sounds like 2019, and that shit is already just over with. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot
Wow.
of this shit just sounds like last summer or 3 months ago, and it's like I don't know. I personally just feel like there's not a lot of music that's sticking nowadays, and I think it's because everyone is just trying to make right now and just make
Yeah.
what's cool right now. No one's trying to just make timeless shit. They're just like, yo, let me hop on this wave real quick that's working just to get this quick bag and run these streams up real quick. But it's like, all right, but then that puts you in this race against time where you got to constantly just like be
Yeah.
trying to do what's modern and what's hot, as opposed to just making what you really want, being creative and making what's timeless, and then you're good. Like I always tell like up and coming artists, I'm like, man, my biggest song that's like streaming right now, and all my songs like they're from 5-6 years ago. You feel me? It's like
Facts.
they're still streaming like I just put them out, and it's because that shit is just good music. There's no
Period.
like I don't have one song where I was like, let me get on the times right now and just do it. It's like I don't know. It's like for me, I've seen it with my own catalog. If you just make good music and then let the time pass, shit starts to make sense. You feel me? Like, but time needs to pass for a lot of this shit to make sense to people, and they'll see that a lot of shit that they thought was hot isn't hot in 2 years. Doesn't sound good in 2 years.
Lloyd Banks on the check-in.
Lloyd Banks is on Chomp too, by the way. Me and
That's
Lloyd got a
fire.
crazy one.
Banks, my
See,
nigga
see
Banks,
what
boy.
she,
I ain't seen
but you
Banks in a
see,
minute.
but you see what Russ is doing. Russ is fucking with the spitters and niggas that got that music.
But
Yeah.
that's the shit though. He been like, bro, when I seen Russ and Benny the Butcher collab, bro, when I
Yeah,
heard it,
that's
bro,
my guy.
like
But this is
that
what I'm
was
saying. It's like there's never gonna be a time where Benny rapping and or Black Thought rapping isn't fire. You
that's
feel
Nah,
me?
it
100%,
ain't.
Like,
100%.
and it's like even look at Griselda. That's what Griselda is showing people. How can you say Boom Bap is dead when Griselda is one of the hottest new acts? You feel me? Benny, Westside, Conway, and they're just rapping really well. That's like,
Nah,
That's a fact.
exactly. And the fact of the matter that they indulge with their fans a lot.
yeah. And
And
it just goes to show you that that from the consumer side, there's a lot of people who want to hear people rap really well.
nah,
Still, you feel me? Like
you're
if
absolutely.
Griselda doesn't show that to be like Griselda blowing up as a new act, it's not like they've been putting in the work, but for them to blow up as a new act lets you know people are like, nah, we want some of that shit, because this shit is a pendulum, and at a certain point, the pendulum always has to swing. So like, I feel like people are getting burnt out from fans' perspective. People are getting burnt out on the same old sound, and so that's when you get a Griselda coming in where it's like, yeah, this is the antithesis of that shit. This is the void that needed to be filled. You
That's
feel
why
me?
I'm listening to artist
And,
projects, because you
and that's
tell a
what
lot about artist by the way the artist is, by their
Yep.
project. Like
and that's what me and Fat Joe talked about that on the phone one day, and me and Joe was talking. He was like, "S, you know why? You know why people fuck with you? Because you don't have a problem of taking a person's record." Timbo, what's up, Timbo? Timberland, another one. My guy, he came and got me to do his album with him and Magoo because he saw a different part of like what type of DJ I am. So I take a record and be like, let me play that record. If I like it, I'm gonna play it with the crowd so that I get the people to know what it is. I break,
Yep.
and so
And Timbaland is another one that his shit is always gonna sound good. It's
that's a
like
fact.
I gotta bring
In,
Big
in
in.
any era though, in any era, because he's
go
made so much.
go play any, like, come on, man. Any Timbaland beat is like still knocking. It still sounds good.
100%, a hundred
You know what I
percent,
mean?
100%.
It's
I
just about
think
making
hashtag
timeless shit. It's
is
about
like one of
making
my
timeless shit.
favorites.
But from an artist perspective, even like any, I don't care who you are. If you're an artist right now, of course, there's those times where you feel like, damn, maybe I should try that shit out. Because you're looking at everyone else's shit. Because we're all on social media and you're seeing this person get this result and this award and and they're making that kind of music, and you're like, damn, maybe I should fuck around with that. But it's like, nah, that's not even you. Be the fuck you. You feel me? Like Guru said in the fucking Fade to Black documentaries. Be the fuck you. That's all it comes down to.
That's real though.
Yeah, man, Guru, yeah, man, I love Guru. Guru,
And Guru's the
Nah,
goat,
that's
man.
real though, because how long, like as time changed and things change, how are you gonna change? How are you gonna change? You're gonna look like a chicken with your head cut off when times change and sounds change, and you
Yep.
don't know where to go. Like,
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people out here that's doing their own thing, bro. Like I said, a lot of people are just feeding off
Yep.
of what's popular, and that's one
Yep.
thing I can pride myself in and say that I did come in this bitch with something they won't hear. You know what I'm saying? That a
Yep.
lot of people took and ran with. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that shit's still going on.
That's what being a creative is about, though. You feel me?
Right.
Like that's the real definition of it, is creating something. So it's
Yep.
like, and I feel like, you know, especially as an artist, the only role you should be playing is yourself. But I think a lot of people try and play the role of other people, like they try and be a different artist. But it's like, dog, that shit is going to internally fuck you up, because you can't wake up every morning for 20 years and put on a costume and a mask of some other artist and pretend to be that. It's going to drive you crazy. At some point, you're going to get exposed, whether it's in an interview or it's like, it's going to be like, oh, nah, that's who you really are.
I can't listen to
you
you
fuck
probably gonna kill your ops.
You
on
fuck
one-
around and you
can't make an album when you kill
yourself.
your ops throughout the whole album. I don't want to hear that.
Exactly. Nah, it's like you got to just be yourself. Play yourself. That's play the role of yourself. That's the only sustainable business model.
And there's one thing that I even learned just by listening when I listened to Big, and I used to talk to Big. The storytelling part of Big always came to a different love. You know what I'm saying? Like when Slick Rick was doing Slick Rick, he was doing Ricky D, and he was doing Slick Rick.
Yeah.
The storytelling brought people a different vision of Slick Rick. That's why he stood out further than any other rapper at the time. That storytelling shit. And when Big did it, it made Big even Snoop.
Yeah.
Murder was the case with the story.
But it's a real one.
That's
what makes it like mostly organic. And when the fans recognize that they got a different love for the artists that they, you know what I mean, who they consuming at that point.
But that's where the balance needs to, that's what I'm saying to the youngins. Y'all don't have to, if y'all want to do your killing niggas shit, killing. I'm really tired of killing stuff because it's degrading. It's degrading the culture. It's making the culture. We're losing too many people. We're losing too many people to jail and senseless shootings for that. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while comes the time. Like, come on. If you're gonna tell a story, tell a story.
Right.
Whether if it's, come on, we know Denzel ain't Training Day. We know that Arnold Schwarzenegger ain't Terminator. We know that. We know Neo.
Yeah.
We know what's the name ain't The Matrix. We know that.
Well,
So,
and I think it's like, I think a lot of people are telling their story and they're explaining the environment around them, but at the end of the day, it's like, I just think that it comes down to like the production and just the approach musically and sonically.
The marriage.
And I just feel like people can do whatever they're artists, so you can do whatever you want to do. I just encourage artists to like take a second to think about how this shit is going to age, how your music is going to age. Because a lot of that shit just doesn't sound good in even 6 months, let alone 6 years. So it's like, if you really want to get a bag out of this shit, you need to be around for a long time.
You know what's so crazy? Versus showed that certain records didn't age well. Like when we heard certain records in the midst of the verses and they played certain shit, like, damn, bro, I remember this.
And vice versa. You saw how a lot of people from back then had shit that was knocking still. Like, shit that sounded great. And it's like, great music is great music. And I just think if your goal is to get a bag out of this shit, you need to be around for a long time. If you want to be around for a long time, you got to make timeless music. There's no way around that.
And really, conceptual music always wins.
If it sounds good.
Yeah, if it sounds good. Because that's what it still all boils down to that too. Like, it gotta sound good no matter what you put in it.
Yeah, that's what I said. The marriage got to be good. Big always said that to me. He's like, I don't care no matter who's on. That shit don't sound good. That shit ain't sounding good.
Yeah, that's what it's really about. You could be telling us, you could be enlightening us on a lot of things. But if it don't sound good,
see, and that's the other problem that a lot of artists have. They be thinking that it's like the dude who swears they're like nicer than Kevin Durant
Mexican,
because they play well in the fucking rec league. It's like, it's like, dog, it's a different level. Just because you like think you're saying some shit, if that shit doesn't sound good, it doesn't sound good.
Exactly.
And so, you know, a lot of people are like, nah, like, but I got this to say. It's like, okay, cool. But I feel like with music, it's the balance of figuring out what to say and how to say it. You know what I'm saying? And when you nail that, that's when your shit can go. But I mean, it's just about timeless shit, bro. That's
Yeah.
really all it comes down to.
Really trying
I'm
to.
always say that there's no way around this shit.
I
If you
look at
want
the
to get a
artists
long
as
term
parents
bag, you
trying to
got to stick around for the long
feed
term.
their kid, like an artist trying to like the parents trying to feed it. You know, when they trying to feed their kid like something that the kid know they don't want, they don't like it, but you try to like do some little shit like this to make them eat it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That is how rappers got to treat it to where they fans is. Like if you have something to offer to them, and you know that me just shoving it down their throats is gonna make them not want it. So I gotta put it in a way that make them that, oh, I like it, and I'm learning some shit, and I'm, you know what I'm saying?
See,
Like,
it's just, but that just is being authentic.
yeah,
You don't have to you don't have to try to get people to fuck with you. I feel like when it's just authentic, when it's authentic and you're saying some real shit and it's over some timeless music,
yeah,
you're consistent with the releasing of it.
yeah,
I mean, that shit is gonna work at some point. And a lot of artists, you know, you can't ever tell artists that they're the problem because we have crazy egos. But a lot of artists, it's like, y'all are the problem. Your music isn't good enough. That's why you haven't blown up yet, or you're not saying shit. That's why you haven't, you know, it's a lot of things. But as far as the ones with the platform, man, I just hope artists really are prepared for like, all right, what happens in 5 years when you're not hot anymore and your music isn't hot anymore and people, because you didn't make timeless shit. And how many artists have come and gone where people could have sworn like, nah, this is the next artist to run shit for 10 years. This and they're out of here. You know what I'm saying?
some of the niggas that didn't like you.
All of them, every
Okay,
rapper that has something to say about me is
some
over
of the
it
niggas
right now.
that ain't like Russ ain't around right now.
Yeah, like come on, bro. And not even any of the one, like we're not talking about ones who passed away.
No,
Those
no,
are
no. We
sad.
talking about ones that's living well and alive and well, but
Yeah.
just no
Nah,
one is bumping their shit no more.
Yeah, and
nah,
it's like
man.
it's because that shit didn't ever sound timeless. It was never that far, and it's like you can't have non-timeless music and your substance and your content isn't even talking about shit, and you stick around for mad long. You might be able to catch some little goofy ass fucking hit for the summertime just because it's like of the times and you know it's shocking imagery and whatever the fuck. But you're not saying shit and it's not timeless. You are about to get the fuck out of here, dog.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
seriously,
fact.
I'm telling you.
As soon as you pop, it's like a time limit on you anyway at that point for those type of
Yeah.
rappers. Like, they don't see it
Yep.
though. They don't see it like, you know what I'm saying? But it's already, the clock is ticking already because you more so a trend than you are an artist.
Yep.
Like
Shit is crazy.
now the time is ticking like. So a nigga be like, yo, we don't listen to that nigga no more. We don't listen to that nigga no more. He's not like,
Yeah, because it's like that shit was so of the times. That shit is not it at all.
that's a fact.
You feel me?
So look,
That's a fact.
man. My time is they give me
Yeah, I
that
gotta
time
get
now.
out of here, bro.
Yo, Russ,
I
man,
appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you, man. Whatever, one day I can get you and my son to do a record together, man. I would really appreciate it, man.
Word. It's all love, man. I appreciate y'all. What's happening soon?
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Thank everybody that was here. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna do it again, man. We're gonna do this. Does hip hop need more balance? We're gonna do a part 2. Probably next Monday. Next Monday.
You sure?
Next Monday, yeah, next Monday. I'm doing it every Monday.
Whoever's on this screen, record this and don't let this nigga lie to y'all. So
Nah, Monday we're gonna do it. That's my son SNS. I'm DJ SNS. Go look at that dripping video on YouTube right now. Just put artist SNS and we out.
I'll let y'all.
Good vibes only. I love y'all, man. Peace out.